Is it grainy? It shouldn't be grainy. I'm back in my house now. I'm back in my house now, so should be. Oh! Fuck! So why ain't my thing is at this point in boxing, yo, it's gotta be hell yeah, that's all right. I got this for it though. This shit gonna be crazy, man. This shit crazy. I done fucked up mad shit, man. Well, I don't have no potato phone. This is I'm not even on my phone. This is Zen 10. This is a Lenovo Zen 10 tablet. It's actually a 4K tablet. That shit is just, if you get away from Wi-Fi, it'll lower the quality of your video. Like if you start getting out of range and shit. Nah, man, I don't buy nothing cheap, man. Clearly you can see I ain't no cheap nigga, man. Don't do me like that. I ain't never been no cheap nigga, man. Don't do me like that. Yeah, so at this point, yo, I really feel like, why is it that, why ain't Triple G why ain't nobody shining a light on Triple G's motherfucking pussy shit, man? Why is Triple G getting to run around this motherfucker and fight nothing but bums and say, right now, it ain't important for me to unify. It's not important for me, to be a champion again. All I want to do is make the right fights. But you're not making the right fights. You're not making any fights that anybody wants to see. And my thing is, Eddie Hearn, if you're Demetrius Andre's promoter, you should be doing more for Demetrius Andre because you're not doing shit for him. I'm sorry, the Luke Killers of the world and shit like that isn't going to make it happen. But when you already signed a Triple G to a major contract, I feel as though you should hold him to that regard because niggas shouldn't be paying niggas $100 million fucking dollars and these niggas is fighting nothing but bums. Nothing but bums. And nobody says shit about Triple G. Triple G has been absolutely able to fucking skate consistently. Consistently, he's been able to skate and fight nothing but bum-ass opposition. Nothing but bums, yo. Nothing but bums. And I feel like it's just like, yo, niggas gotta put that pressure on them. Niggas gotta put that pressure on Eddie Hearn for real because just because you got a Canelo Alvarez on your stable, just because you got an Anthony Joshua on your stable, you motherfucking should. It don't mean that that's where the buck stop, bro. You got to do for your fighters the same way you treat them, you got to treat them too. Because you got to think about the next Anthony Joshua's. You got to think about the next Canelo Alvarez. Because Demetrius Andre could be all of those things. But at the same time, if you don't put him in that position where you have that opportunity, he ain't never going to be able to be that. Niggas, I'm sorry, but guess what? When it comes to Triple G ass, oh, he's old, blah, 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 he's giving so much. Nah, that nigga ain't give shit to the game. He didn't. If Reapers put a link, come join, we need to talk game over True Media. Yeah, I'm doing that shit tomorrow, man. I just wanted, man, look, I had motherfucking multi-technical difficulties, right? My motherfucking power cut out. As soon as I woke up this morning, some dumbass nigga runs into the fucking power line, dropped that bitch in the street. My power been out since till 2:30 this fucking afternoon, man. I'm some fucking idiot, man, because I was like, yo, they been had us fucked up. That's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn isn't working for Demetrius Andre at all. And my thing was, Eddie Hearn, being both of them niggas promoters, when he was at that press conference, yo, he should have lended access for Demetrius Andre to do what he did. IFL TV had to get him in there. IFL TV walked him in there. These are facts. Bear with me, man. I just gotta get through this shit, man. So for me, where's all the smoke? Where's all the animosity for Triple G? Huh? Where's all the smoke for Triple G? Why is Triple G able to fight fucking the Sergey Derevyanchenko's, the Steve Rose of the world, the Serza Metas of the world, and make $100 million off of shit like that, and nobody put smoke on him but Demetrius Andre the bum? Yup, I get it now. I get it. Because when it comes to certain people, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like there ain't a fucking agenda when there really is, yo. There's an agenda in boxing. At Canelo Alvarez, we on your head, boy. Oh yeah, we big on his fucking head, man. We big on his head, because my whole thing is, this motherfucking this super beef abusing ass nigga, man. Fucking average comp fighting ass nigga, man. Niggas let this nigga skate, man. He's an average competition fighting ass nigga. Look at all this shit, man. He an average competition fighting ass nigga, man. You supposed to be the pound for pound fighter of the world, but you fighting niggas that's fucking straight ass, man. You fighting niggas that's straight ass. The last 3 opponents did, like, let's be honest here. Did the last 3 opponents motherfucking Canelo fought, did they come to win? Did they come to win? No, they did not. Them niggas came to get a check. Niggas did not come to win. Them niggas didn't come to win at all. None of them niggas came to win. So how the fuck you gonna judge this nigga and call him the best fighter in the world when he fighting knockovers, man? Knockovers and knockoffs. Period. And that should do it right there. That should do it right there. Straight bullshit. Sick of this nigga, man. Yeah, they got us fucked up. Ronald Finkley, salute. I just want people to understand. I just want people to understand. The nigga that they think Canelo is, he ain't that. Man, I'm about to say, and I'm like, if y'all think Canelo is, man, just go back and watch some of his fights with the motherfucking sound off, and you'll find out how many chinks in his armor he really got. He really got. Because once again, when you're fighting Canelo Alvarez, you're fighting against the fans, you're fighting against the judges, you're fighting against promotional outfits, you're fighting against you're fighting against sanctioning bodies. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? The Cinco de Mayo title, that shit was meant for Billy Joe Saunders. Pardon my back then. Pardon my back then. If that shit was meant for Billy Joe Saunders, pardon my back then. Pardon my motherfucking back then. Because that shit was not meant for no fucking Billy Joe Saunders, man. So we're gonna have to be able to distinguish. We're gonna have to be able to distinguish the truth from the motherfucking lies. And the truth is, Canelo Alvarez motherfucking record has been motherfucking manipulated. Motherfucking Triple G, like, yo, and in a way, you gotta feel sorry for Triple G at the same time, because Triple G should have. He still got a highly esteemed career, but Triple G should have got that win the first fight, and that second fight honestly should have been a draw. And Triple G legacy forever tarnished for that. Them titles Triple G had and shit, like, yo, he can't never get that shit back. That's what I'm saying. When you fighting a nigga like Canelo, you gotta factor in that everything that you work for and everything you accomplish could be taken from you. And at the end of the night, and it's gonna be completely out of your control. Watch some of them judges smile while Canelo motherfucking throwing punches or Canelo is fainting and shit like that. You can see judges fucking smiling when this man fight. They smiling. Who does that? Judges ain't even supposed to show no emotion during the fight. They be smiling when this nigga throw punches. Austin Trout, 118 to 109. Somebody explain that shit to me. The Austin Trout fight was a unanimous decision? 97 punches is all he landed against Aries Landry Lara? Come on, man. Fuck this niggas talking about, man. Niggas be making me mad, man. 97 fucking punches, man. Yeah, man, look, man, I ain't even gonna stunt, man. I spilled tea all over my motherfucking kitchen, man. All over my kitchen, man. I'm a dickhead, boy. I'm a dickhead. This shit is a big ass bag of cloths that I done fucked up. I'm in this joint trying to make a cup of tea. I pulled the plastic bag off that bitch. Next thing you know, it flipped the handle down. I turn around, I got tea all over my floor, all over my kitchen. To be fair, people said and still say the same thing about Floyd. In what way? Say what about Floyd? Say what about Floyd? The guy who started his career at 130 pounds, defended his belt 9 times, and then went up to 135 pounds, unified, defending his belt 6 times up there, and then went up to 140, all the way to 154 pounds, and got over fucking 20 defenses against champions. Over how many world champions under his belt? Oh, that's right, I just told you. Niggas can't sit up there and say that Canelo Alvarez fought the opponents that Floyd Mayweather has. And at the same time, Floyd Mayweather fought a Canelo Alvarez in his prime when he was a grown man with bad hands, and people criticize him for it, trying to say he took advantage of Canelo. But everybody want motherfucking Virgil Ortiz to fight Terrence Crawford right now. And just like I said the other day, if Virgil Ortiz gets washed by Terrence Crawford, if something like that was to happen, did Terrence Crawford take advantage of him too? Because I truly feel like it is simply a double fucking standard in boxing when it comes to certain niggas, and we know who them niggas is, man. And it's an attack on slick boxers, bro. Nah, that ain't facts. That ain't facts. That ain't facts. Because the difference between Floyd Mayweather is Floyd Mayweather got a distinguished career of, once again, like I just told you. Like I just told you. Niggas can't say Floyd Mayweather duck no beef. Niggas can't say Floyd Mayweather duck no beef. Nah, I'm about to mop my floor when I get up off of here, man. For real. Really, the shit that's sticky is the bottom of my feet, because I already got this shit cleaned up for real. I'm just doing some extra wax on Mr. Miyagi shit, making sure the motherfucking marble on my fucking table straight. What are you saying, Gotti? What are you saying? Trying to figure out, what are you saying? What did people say that Floyd, people saying the same thing about Floyd? In what way? In what way? Because if you compare Canelo career to Floyd, there ain't no comparison in my eyes. In my eyes. I don't like when niggas try to compare the niggas that beat niggas' asses, man. Like Manny Pacquiao, niggas try to compare him to Floyd. He beat his ass. Same thing with Canelo Alvarez. I just wish people leave Floyd out the equation, because every time they come down to what other fighters don't do, they try to bring up Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd Mayweather, shit. At the end of the day, Floyd always is getting heat for the fucking Mexicans. But Abel Sanchez can come out here and say black fighters is born and all type of nut ass shit. And basically that's what Oscar De La Hoya is trying to say when it come to Jaime Munguia, when the niggas is trying to make the Demetrius Andre Triple G fight, that black fighters is basically born. That's what he's saying without saying it. That's exactly what that nigga's saying without saying it. That's not the fight. Jaime Munguia, my guy, that's the fight to make. You know, it's going to be an explosive fight. The only reason you saying that is because Jaime Munguia can't win a belt if Demetrius Andre got it. Jaime Munguia is a sock and bopping robot, and you just talking about that shit is supposed to interest the fans. Yo, if you're a real boxing fan, you want to see more than a nigga. You want to see more than a nigga just stand in front of him and just get whopped up, yo. I can watch that shit anywhere. Oscar De La Hoya, a fucking fool. Floyd fighting YouTube is not even relevant in our boxing. But here's the thing, Junior. Once again, I gotta keep telling motherfuckers, because y'all niggas just don't get it. Why can't a nigga who is retired from the sport of boxing make monetary gain from the same sport that he dedicated his whole life to? Why not? Why not? Every other professional in any other profession in any other sport can do that. So why can't Floyd? Why is everybody focusing on what Floyd is doing right now? This nigga been retired. And niggas is still hating on what he doing. He is not a professional boxer. So if you taking the time out of your life to pay attention to that shit and hate on it, you gotta ask yourself, what type of retarded juice you sipping? Cause for real, there's nothing there for you to hate on. He's not even a part of the sport no more. And all he does is support all of the young fighters and big them niggas up, give niggas platforms and everything else, and niggas still hate on him. That nigga ain't never been no hater, but niggas find a way to make Floyd Mayweather the topic of their conversation while other fighters need to be doing certain shit. Why is niggas paying attention to Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul? instead of paying attention to the fighters who ain't even putting on fights that you want to see. And I can name several of your favorites that ain't doing it. Floyd Mayweather gave people several sensational fights and beat people asses in spots where niggas said he could have never did it. His career is over. Over. He can fight a YouTuber. He can fight a janitor. He can fight goddamn Tanya Hardin for all I give a fuck and get paid for it. And call it that shit boxing on ice. That nigga can get with Tanya Hardin and do boxing on ice. And get, if he can get paid for it, then fuck it. That nigga got every right to do whatever he do. Every right. Because he done gave to the game. What about the rest of these niggas? What about the rest of them? Who else gave to the game like Floyd? It is nothing wrong for a fighter to fight exhibitions, to find monetary game to where it lasts for you. Because at the end of the day, there's a certain lane of people who obviously want to watch the shit. So if he has the ability to make money off of it, yo, I find it really disingenuous and it really boggles my mind when I hear grown ass men hating on another nigga for getting money. I repeat. It really boggles my fucking mind when I find grown ass men hating on another nigga for getting money. Somebody put one if it's a year, two if I'm bugging. Should grown ass men be hating on other grown ass retired men for getting their money? I would never hate on Double M for getting this money. I would never hate on Junior for getting this money. I would never hate on Lynx for getting this money. I would never hate on Arlie for getting her money. I would never hate on no nigga for getting their money. The difference about them niggas and that nigga is you can't say he a fraud. You can say he defensively superior. You can say 50 years from now, 100 years from now, niggas is going to try to duplicate the success he done made in the ring. Right? Oh, I forgot. Your favorite fighter, Canelo, doing it right now. I'm just saying. I'm just laying in perspective. That's all. Just giving niggas another way to look at it because it really seems to me like Floyd Mayweather, like, yo, I never heard, like, yo, it's a lot of bitch ass niggas in boxing. Niggas don't got no grown man nuts, man. I'm telling you, man. It's a lot of niggas don't got no grown man nuts around this bitch, man. A lot of niggas, man. Niggas don't be flexing no grown man nuts, man. Real spill. Niggas be acting like bitches. Floyd fighting YouTubers. Shit, Triple G fight. You might as well say Triple G fighting YouTubers, nigga. And Junior, this ain't even at you. This is at all of the other niggas who make it a point to act like Floyd in some way owes them something. You want to know what it is? Niggas is butthurt that Floyd beat the fuck out of motherfucking Manny Pacquiao and the fight happened a couple of years past when it was supposed to happen. But you know why that fight didn't happen? Number one, Manny Pacquiao tried to ask for a super expensive purse that he never got. Manny Pacquiao didn't want to do Olympic testing because why? Manny Pacquiao was scared of needles. Why? Hippie testing? No, because that nigga head was so blown up off all the steroids he took, he ain't want to get exposed for that shit. So the fight came late. When the nigga was broke, ran down, now he want to take the fight. The only reason the fight didn't come off when it was supposed to come off is because of Manny Pacquiao. So if you're going to blame anybody, blame Manny Pacquiao, because you want to know what? After the fight was over, what did that nigga say? Oh, it was my shoulder. It was my shoulder. Now I'm going to ask y'all this. If Floyd Mayweather lost that fight, do you think niggas would be giving motherfucking, you think niggas would have treated Floyd Mayweather the same way if he would have said his shoulder was fucked up? Because I do believe Floyd Mayweather's been fighting with bad hands in every single one of his professional fights after the age of 30. Does anybody think that motherfucking Floyd Mayweather would have got the same respect that motherfucking Manny Pacquiao got after getting washed in that ring and not being able to do nothing with this man? Does anybody think that Floyd Mayweather would have got the same respect that Vasily Lomachenko got after he got his ass beat and postured for 6 rounds against a motherfucking a prime Teofimo Lopez who nobody said he had a chance to win? Oh, my bad. Pardon my back though. when nobody gave him a chance to win. Do you honestly think that niggas would have treated Floyd the same way? Absolutely not. Do you think niggas would have been geared up to say, yo, this nigga need to give him a rematch? Absolutely not. You want to know what it would have been? Nah, nanny boo boo, nah, nanny boo boo. Man, cut the fucking shit, man. Cut the shit, man. I heard a certain individual, no disrespect to him, I even put it in the video. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Do y'all think, come on, man, why isn't nobody holding this goofy ass nigga, man? This goofy ass nigga, Showbiz the adult. Why ain't nobody holding this man accountable for saying that Vasily Lomachenko is better than goddamn Floyd Mayweather? I don't hear nobody holding this goofy, doofy ass nigga accountable for saying no stupid shit like that. This nigga said that Vasily Lomachenko was better than Floyd Mayweather. Go back and watch. A lot of people didn't watch that video because they didn't want to see me drag Lomachenko. But I asked you to go back and watch motherfucking The Age of Spin, I believe it's volume 3 or volume 4 with Vasily Lomachenko. This nigga Showbiz the adult talking about, man, Vasily Lomachenko, man, this motherfucker done fought Linares, man, you know, even though the shit happened with Salido, blah, 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 but man, I must say this. Vasily Lomachenko is better than Floyd Mayweather. I've never seen nothing like this guy. I mean, he's the Matrix. He's no Marchenko. He got people quitting on the stool. Didn't motherfucking Floyd Mayweather make a nigga like Diego Corrales start crying in the motherfucking ring of frustration and say, I can't do nothing with him? I don't think that anybody motherfucking Vasily Lomachenko fought is on Chico Corrales level, right or wrong. So a lot of these niggas, people be bigging up, understand that these niggas ain't never even fought no Chico Corrales in their life. Real spill, man. Real spill, man. Real spill, man. Tell me I'm lying, man. If I'm lying, yo, I'm up. Fuck yeah, Chico was my G. That was a fucking huge win. And then when niggas said he lost to Luis Castillo, which that fight really wasn't a fucking loss, it was just people saw him in worse positions than they ever seen him in. He went right back and iced that nigga. And the next fight, he came back, yo, you ain't never seen Floyd in a debatable fight not go back and get it. Right or wrong. Put a 2 if I'm wrong or a 1 if I'm right. When nigga said he had a debatable against Marcos Maidana, what did he do? He went back and got it. Right or wrong? How many of these niggas be going back and getting it? A lot of these niggas, like you don't see Triple G going back fighting Sergey Derevyanchenko, do you? You seen Canelo after that second fight with Triple G, that nigga went. Now that nigga old as motherfucking dehydrated onions at McDonald's and shit, now motherfuckers is like, yeah, man, I want to see Triple G versus Canelo too. The fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Nobody want to see that bullshit. Nobody want to see that bullshit, man. Nobody want to see that bullshit. Facts. Floyd didn't even like the thought of losing it. And if any thought or any perception was in niggas' minds, what'd he do? He changed it. How many of these other fighters go out there and change it though? Y'all niggas can't, like, yo, how old was Floyd when he was fighting niggas like Marcos Maidana? I'm sorry, but Floyd didn't have to have 4 matches with Juan Marquez. Did he? Did Floyd have to get knocked out by Juan Marquez? How many niggas knocked Floyd out? And I mean, Floyd fought all of it, and Pacquiao followed the Floyd blueprint and literally chased this nigga asshole sucking farts out his ass, fighting all of the niggas after he did under catch weights and all types of shit. Floyd didn't do that. Floyd didn't fight Oscar on no catch weight. Floyd fought Oscar at his natural weight. Oscar was big as fuck in that fight. Niggas don't be giving niggas credit, man. Niggas ain't gonna discredit my motherfucking favorite fighter, man. I ain't gonna let it happen. Facts, Jeff. Walsh won Manuel Marquez. Shit, so was Floyd. So was Floyd. When did Manny come in the game and when did Floyd come in the game? Ain't it funny that niggas don't pay attention to how motherfucking big, how motherfucking Manny Pacquiao knocking all of these niggas out, going through fucking divisions and shit. As small as he was where he started his career at, that nigga head got abnormally big. I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry, man. It's just some shit. It's just some shit you just can't motherfucking ignore. And let's be honest here. Floyd is the older fighter. He's the older fighter. Where was this nigga, man? Where was this nigga? Where was this big head ass motherfucking little body having ass nigga, man? Exactly. He started his career junior fucking flyweight. So how the fuck is you starting your career junior flyweight and you knocking niggas out? All you, your power carrying over to 154 fucking pounds and shit. How that work? This nigga head got abnormally big. Nobody talk about the steroid shit, you know what I'm saying, that his own training shit was talking about when they got him up out of there when shit was getting heated. Floyd was the older fighter. So it don't matter where motherfucking Manny started his career at, because for real, Floyd was just as small. You can't use that excuse when Floyd was just as fucking small, yo. Fuck out of here, man. Prove to me Manny didn't take roids. Prove to me Manny didn't take roids. When you take steroids, what happened? Manny Pacquiao got nipples the size of Errol Spence and the head the size of motherfucking Mount Everest. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Yeah, we could do it. We could do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We can do it. Because if y'all niggas could talk about Errol Spence, his nipples and the size of his head, that nigga motherfucking Manny Pacquiao head look monster identical. That nigga Manny Pacquiao walking around like a fucking bobblehead out this junk, man. Y'all niggas will make motherfuckers like, yo, why didn't Manny Pacquiao want to take the needle then? Why didn't he want to take the needle? Why didn't he want to do the Olympic style testing? And don't tell me no bullshit about no hippie training, yo. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Y'all niggas be faking if y'all don't think Manny Pacquiao was on the juice. I ain't seen no nigga power carry over the way Manny Pacquiao's knockout power carried over in all of them years. Never. Never. And okay, if Manny never took steroids, then why would he fight a young Keith Thurman with no VADA testing? Why would he fight Keith Thurman with a no VADA testing? We can do it. We can do it. We're back out now. Because, hey, look, I don't give a fuck. I can sit up here and talk about it, but at the same time, Jedi, I'm not going to sit up there and say that. I've already said several times on it, hey, Keith, if you wanted to fight Manny on the super juice, that was on you. I've said that plenty of times, but you can't deny the fact. You can't deny the fact, though. Period. Period. You can't deny the fact. So at the end of the day, y'all niggas, man, look, you want to be dismissive about, y'all niggas be wanting to be dismissive about certain shit, but I'm not, though. I'm not. Can't no nigga sit up here and tell me that your motherfuckers wasn't ever even, just because you don't have proof don't mean, come on, man, get the fuck out of here, yo. Because guess what? If that's the case, I can look at several motherfucking fighters where niggas can talk about show me proof. Yo, niggas is still talking about show me proof with fucking Canelo. Niggas is talking, man, look, it's already a known fact. When niggas is talking about motherfucking Eddie Reynoso crew, niggas talk about how strong them niggas look right now, how them niggas knocking niggas all the way out, but they be dismissive of it. Just because you dismissive of it don't mean that the shit ain't there. It don't matter. But what did niggas say though? Niggas still dismissive of it. I don't give a fuck. If you avoid needles in your biggest fight and your highest payday of your career, you're talking about you a hippie tester, you're scared of needles and this and all of that shit, man, please, man. 1 plus 1 equals 2. And if you don't like basic math, that shit is on you. Period. Because niggas will sit up there and say, oh, but did he agree to it though? So either way, if he agreed or he didn't agree, is he not comfortable with taking it? Is he not comfortable with taking the juice? Oh, no. But how many people sit up there and want to deny it though? How many people make excuses for Canelo? The same excuses that they make for motherfucking Manny Pacquiao head, the same excuses they make for his niggle, the same excuses that they make for his coaches saying that them niggas was juicing and everything else. Manny Pacquiao has had so many motherfucking exemptions. Manny Pacquiao's been able to motherfucking skate on so many different situations where niggas done called him out about the roids. I don't give a fuck, dog. I've been a criminal my motherfucking whole. I've been a criminal half my motherfucking life. Just because motherfucking, hey, look, man. Look, guilty till proven innocent, man. I mean, shit, you innocent until proven guilty. Period. But that don't mean you ain't no gangster, though. That don't mean you ain't no gangster. That don't mean you ain't out here selling drugs or taking them. And if we're going to sit up here and talk about boxing is a gangster's paradise day to day, and we all know the bullshit in it, let's not sit up here and get motherfucking all emo about our favorite fighters, man. Let's not get all emo about our favorite fighters. Hey, Jedi, you can try to do that shit all you want, but I already done put out a video about that shit. I done put out a video about the so-called levels, the so-called levels in the system and shit. So niggas can't do this with me because I do it on both sides of the board. Both sides of the board. Both sides of the board. Unlike certain niggas. Because niggas get, look, like I said, see how niggas get when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, right? Because niggas don't want to accept the truth. They just don't want to accept the truth. And I'm sorry. You can't tell me that nigga ain't no motherfucking juice junkie. If he wasn't, why would you not? Why would you, if you wasn't and you wanted to be safe, if you a safe fighter and you want a safe outcome, why wouldn't you want VADA testing? Why wouldn't you want Olympic style testing? Why wouldn't you want to make sure the other fighter is clean? Why? Because you want to be able to go in that bitch super juiced up on the same, you want to go in there super juiced up too. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You can't deny that. Jedi, you can't deny it. But you can make excuses for it, though. Brand new shit. I'm just finding out. See how niggas get? See how niggas get, man? Niggas get brand new when it comes to their favorites. Pacquiao done had, man, look, man. Y'all niggas can sit up here and act like niggas ain't been pulling the jug in boxing since the beginning of time, bro. At the end of the day, you don't need confirmation of a positive. You don't need confirmation of a positive test when you're already seeing that the man wants to motherfucking take. He don't want safe testing. You do not need evidence when it's already in front of your face that he is comfortable with taking the shit. Why would you? Why would you? Why would you be comfortable? Why wouldn't you? If you're not demanding USADA, if you're not demanding VADA or WADA, why wouldn't you? You don't need no more evidence that tells you right there everything you need to know. And I'm a fan of Manny Pacquiao, but I'm not gonna sit up here and act like my head in the motherfucking clouds like this big bobblehead nigga ain't never took no juice. Fuck out of here, man. Means why is he on Manny when he never popped? It's all an opinion. No, it's not all an opinion. It's not all an opinion. You can, like I said, you can look back on motherfucker like, yo, did he not what's the guy name? What's the guy name that he outed that already, man, there's articles on it, bro. I'ma put now, y'all niggas done made me mad. I'm making a video. Don't worry, the video coming. Don't worry, the video coming, because it's coming. Don't worry, because I got plenty of information. Oh, don't worry. I am. Just for you. Just for you, buddy. I'm making a video just for you. You're a VIP today. You're a VIP today, because if you'll sit up here and defend the fact and say, well, did Keith Thurman agree to take it? That's the point, bro. So you can't tell me he's not comfortable with taking juice if you're not willing to demand it on your behalf. If you're the older fighter and you're not even wanting fucking safe testing against a young, faster, stronger fighter than you, wouldn't you be questioning that? I'm just asking an honest question. And if you wouldn't be questioning it, put a 1 in the motherfucking chat. And if you would be questioning it, put a 2 in the chat. I'm not in my feelings. You're in your feelings. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. How am I in my feelings? I don't have no elevated tone or nothing. I'm just talking to you. You talking about I'm in my feelings, Jedi. Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your fucking mouth. Because it can be different. I promise you that. It could be all the way different. Nigga, you Manny Pacquiao nut hugging in your feelings right now. How the fuck am I going to give you a link, stupid, if I'm on YouTube right now, face to facing with you? Do you see StreamYard running across that motherfucker? Do you? Do you see StreamYard running across that motherfucker? Or am I in my kitchen right now, clearly talking to your motherfucking ass from YouTube? Don't sit up here and talk about I'm being emotional or nothing like that. Nigga, watch your fucking mouth. Because, nigga, we know you the ultimate Manny Pacquiao fan, and you clearly don't like what you're hearing right now. Obviously. 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 I think Pacquiao should hang it up after the Thurman fight. He ain't going to beat Crawford or Spence. Nah, he's not going to fight him. That's why he's going to fight a Michael Garcia. And at the end of the day, motherfucking Terrence Crawford is not going to let this man go in there. He's not going to fight this man with no testing. And Errol Spence, he might just do it, though. Errol Spence might just do it. But what I'm saying is Manny Pacquiao ain't going to take that fight. My thing is, I don't even understand why Manny Pacquiao will fight a Michael Garcia unless it's based off of a check. Because to be perfectly honest, that doesn't do anything for your legacy fighting a bloated motherfucking lightweight. It don't. Watch my mouth. I don't have to watch shit. I don't have to watch shit. Because as far as I'm concerned, nigga, I don't even fucking know you, Slim. I don't even fucking know you. So at the end of the day, nigga, you be playing both sides. So I don't feel like you a nigga I could fully trust in anyway. I always got to keep my eyes on you. You told both sides of the fence, my nigga. I don't know who the fuck you are. At the end of the day, this some boxing shit. So if you got your panties in a bunch based on motherfucking Manny Pacquiao, my nigga, do it. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about your life and you don't have to give a fuck about mine. Nigga, so go ahead and take it how the fuck you want to take it, my nigga. Take it how you want to take it. Straight like that. Yeah, I do got it in for you. I gotta watch an op when you best friend with the ops. When you be towing both sides of the fence, how can I trust a sucker nigga like that? Yeah, fuck me then. Get the fuck out my house. Fuck out my house, nigga. Old weird nigga. Fuck out my house. Or you gonna stick around and gurgle nuts? I'll wait. Because you got your panties in a bunch, not mine. Don't tell me I'm in my feelings when I'm just having a conversation with you. You didn't squash shit. You didn't squash my beef, my nigga. You didn't squash nothing. My opinion was based off of H Money, and that's documented fact. That's documented fact. It's called keep your friends close and your enemies closer. If you operating with the other side and that's your man, my nigga, you think that I'm going to have full faith in you when you towing both sides of the fence? That's not how it works. That's not how I work in my motherfucking life, nigga. You didn't do shit for me. What, nigga, I don't even know you. What do you do for me? And what way do you do for me? My nigga, I do for you. I let you come on my platform 24/7. I let you talk on my shit. I let you vocalize yourself on my channel. I let you be you over here. I've never even come in your house before. I've never even had a chance to wipe my feet on your rug. I've never even been there. I don't even probably subscribe to you for real. You never see me over in your shit, commenting on your shit, jumping in your live streams, and everybody in here can motherfucking attest to that. You come over here, I don't go over there. But you still here, right? I'm just saying. Nigga talking about he squashed my beef. What the fuck type of crack this nigga smoking, man? I think you need to burn a J, bro. I think you need to burn a J, bro. I think you need to burn a J, bro. I'm just not gonna have no grown man talking about I'm in my feelings because they don't like the way I talk about Manny Pacquiao. Everybody in here could raise their hand and say you are the ultimate Manny Pacquiao fan. We know that. We know that. And we know you've been a Floyd hater. We know that too. But you only tone it down when you get on my platform. We know that as well. We know that as well. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. But I know these motherfucking ASIC OG Gel 3s, it's still on the ground. Still on the ground. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. So that means I was on DJF Live like a couple of days ago, and I guess the guy Mateo said they were going the next day to go pull a tube out. So God bless the good brother. And God bless, you know what I'm saying, for the fact that Mateo is making, you know what I'm saying, is making it home. And I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy for that. Well, nah, he just went live again and said Charity's still live for Mateo. So oh, it just randomly stopped. Okay. So he's back live now, SSB. Salute to you, man. So yeah, salute. I don't know the guy, and that's the reason why I didn't do anything for the kid, because I don't know him, so I didn't want to see him fake, you feel me? So at the end of the day, I just wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, God bless, you know what I'm saying? I have children, and I would wish nothing on anybody's children, but at the end of the day, dog, outside of that, God bless him and his family. But back on my Reaper shit, ain't nobody gonna come up in my motherfucking house, nut hug my comments and shit like that, and then sit up here and act like I got my panties in a bunch because they don't like my point of view. And when I consistently watch this nigga bag on Floyd, big up motherfucking Manny Pacquiao, not even be able to honestly identify, you know what I'm saying, certain issues that we all talk about like it ain't ever always been whispers, and people haven't, even his own fans ain't even had a question mark about Manny Pacquiao and where he gets all of his strength from. So all I was simply saying was, if you're not taking VADA testing or WADA testing when you're fighting a guy that's younger and more prime than you, that already gives you all of the answers that you need. You don't have to look further. But you're not going to sit up here and talk about I got my panties in a bunch. I'm sitting here, you talking about pass me a link, my nigga. You clearly see I'm in my kitchen wiping up fucking tea, and I've been on YouTube the whole time. Don't my ticker go across the bottom and say Reaper Gang Radio and it say StreamYard? Nigga, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like, bro, talking about fuck me, at the end of the day, it's like this, bro. I always got to keep I've given this dude my platform. Several times, I've given this gentleman my platform. Do y'all see me on his platform, or do I big him up on my platform? Now, if you friends with Johnny Boy, the whole time I'm beefing with you, I'm beefing with him. If you friends with him, why would I have so much faith in you? Why is that? I'm going to keep my friends close and my enemies closer. Ain't no nigga towing both sides of the fence talking about they squashed my beef. You didn't do that. Everybody knows when I was live, Ace Money came and said some shit. And I said, yo, on behalf of what Ace Money said, I'm making my move off of that because he said something that resonated with me. But could you, anybody in this chat, now we're talking some Art of War shit. Anybody in this chat, could you fully motherfucking invest in any individual that's fucking with the ops? Can you? I guess if some can, I just can't. But yeah, man, God bless Gonzalo. God bless Mateo. And yeah. Niggas act like I won't bust their motherfucking head open. Niggas act like I just don't give a fuck or something like that. Niggas act like exactly, man, Chad, if you a fucking sucker. If you a sucker, niggas act like I'm just like I'm not in tune, bro. Niggas act like I'm not in tune with what's going on, bro. If anybody don't think let's be honest here. This boxing Jedi, if you tune in him, does he not hate on Floyd Mayweather? Put a 1 if he doesn't, put a 2 if he does. On a regular basis. Put a 1 if he doesn't, put a 2 if he does. I'm sure some of y'all niggas might not even watch this shit. Like, why is it that y'all motherfuckers think that This YouTube boxing shit, like niggas that interact as best friends or something like that. Have y'all not seen niggas fall out on this shit time and time again? Why do y'all niggas think I don't go nowhere? I stay here. Do y'all see me on anybody else's channel? Like, niggas gotta stop acting like this YouTube shit is friends, bro. Y'all act like these niggas is friends, or we friends, or I broke bread with this man, or I know him or something. I'm not gonna have nobody enter my domain and you messing with a known racist that disrespected my daughter. If you my man, you wouldn't even be over there with that nigga. If I'm giving you a platform to big you up and do shit for you, you wouldn't even be fucking with that nigga if you was my mans. Right or wrong? Would you do something like that in your life? I'm sorry, bro. I'm cut different, dog. I told y'all, this channel ain't for everybody, yo. It's not. Because I've lived my life a certain way. And I can't change who I am, yo. And all I'm saying is, yo, I don't necessarily, like, when it comes to fighters or whatever, I don't motherfucking go pro one way or pro another way or whatever. I just try to balance shit out, yo. And I just be acting like niggas be trying to act naive to facts and stuff like that. All I'm saying is we know for a fact that Keith Thurman and motherfucking Manny Pacquiao fought with no violent testing, and Keith Thurman had to say, I don't give a fuck what he wants to come in here on. Right or wrong? So if we can acknowledge that, and we know for a fact that Manny Pacquiao didn't want to stick no needles in his veins or have Olympic-style testing when he fought Floyd Mayweather, I'm just saying, you don't need a roadmap to know what's going on, dog. You don't. All you got to do is be like, you can just kind of like, all right, well, there is some kind of validity to what niggas is saying. Mr. Two Hands, come on, man. Johnny Channel dead. We all had enough of him, not just you. Man, Carlos Mendoza, you was just over there. You was just over there when me and Johnny was going through it, talking about I disrespected Johnny motherfucking, Johnny moms or something like that, playing both sides too, fam. I caught you in that shit. And don't say that you don't, because I'll pull it up, dog. You just my man. I'm just saying, though. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping either way. You feel me? We grown men. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you said anything crazy about me or nothing like that. But you was over there, too. You was over on Johnny Channel when the shit was going on. I seen you, dog. I was in the live. All I'm saying is, bro, it's cool. At the end of the day, this has nothing to do with Johnny Boy. I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point, Carlos. When niggas crash out on this jump, right? When niggas crash out on this jump, niggas act like we was friends, we grew up, or we got it out the mud together. All I'm saying is, what has Boxing Jedi ever done for me? Y'all name one thing Boxing Jedi has ever done for me. Name it. One. Just one thing. What has he ever done for me? And for real, I'm not trying to coach niggas to go one way. I'm just asking the question. And I can tell you several things that I've done for Boxing Jedi. And then and when I'm sitting there, because somebody called me, yo. Somebody called me and said, yo, you gotta watch certain people because they playing both sides of the fence. And all I'm saying is, when a nigga is disrespecting your daughter, when they disrespecting this, when it come to you and that, saying your daughter gonna grow up and be a stripper and all types of crazy stuff, and you're still over there willing to be friends with that guy, how can you trust them? How? This isn't friends, yo. Y'all niggas is my people. My subscribers, I know who been with me since day one. I'm investing in y'all. I'm not investing in other channels. Y'all make your own decisions because y'all grown on what y'all think is right and what y'all think is wrong. But I make it a point to let y'all know who I am as a grown man and why I do the things I do. It ain't nothing foreign. I'm just telling y'all the facts here. I'm just letting you know. I've lived my life a certain way. There's just certain shit that just ain't no G shit with me, dog. It's certain shit real niggas don't do. So all I'm saying is, if a nigga talking about my daughter, if you talking about my lifestyle, if you talking about this and that, and you're over there, and you coming back playing both sides, would you trust them? Come on, dog. The nigga been a motherfucking Floyd hater. He been a Floyd Mayweather. He been a Floyd hater. He been a Manny Pacquiao nut chaser. And I understand some niggas like Floyd and some niggas like Manny. But I done heard this nigga disrespecting Floyd on several levels and bigging up Manny on several levels on other sets. And niggas is not gonna act like that's not valid. That's why he got upset. So all I'm saying is, yo, if you want to sit in my chat section and go back to back with me because you don't like what the fuck I'm saying, cool. But just know, I can drop a video behind it and let y'all know why I feel the way I feel when it comes to that situation. But I've always been a fan of Manny Pacquiao. Y'all know that, man. Come on, man. Back me up, man. Y'all niggas know Deuce ain't no sucker, man. I'm probably one of the only niggas that motherfucking call it down the middle and hold niggas accountable wide open in this shit. And I ain't nothing godlike, but I done failed so many times and been so close to death. That's why I walk the way I walk. Come on, Slim. I don't want my shit to go baked potato on y'all. So give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. And we really gonna talk this boxing shit. And I'm just gonna let y'all know who the fuck I am, man. Cause with me, bro, it's like this. It's like this. I don't glorify pessimism. I don't glorify hate. I don't glorify none of that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, like I've seen in several situations where people be pretending here and they talk one way here and they talk another way there. So with that being said, bro, I'm just saying, yo, don't model it one over here and then that's another way over there. I'm used to it all. I'm used to it all. I've seen it all. But I'm just saying, when I know you do certain shit or whatever and you plan it a certain way, man, let's not do that, man. Let's not do that, dog. Let's not do that. All I'm saying is y'all be real with me the way I be real with y'all. And when it come down to this shit, when I be getting into it with these motherfuckers, I just want y'all to know, Jedi is cool. He is cool. He is cool. But what I'm saying is this, man, Chad. He's cool. Carlos cool. I never said Carlos wasn't cool. What are y'all not getting, foolie? What are y'all not getting? When did I say Carlos wasn't cool? Carlos, didn't I just say? All I said was, I saw you over there, Joan. I was dead. And all I'm saying is, regardless of whatever, you my mans. You been down with me. And this ain't no slight against you. Dog, I'm cut different, Slim. I'm not one of them dudes that can't engage with brothers and just have a conversation and sit up there and act like, yo, it's a conversation and we come to an equal medium. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is if you already upset and emotional about what I'm saying, how are we going to have a proper conversation anyway? And if you just coming in to the conversation and you interject yourself in that shit, how can you really know what the sauce really is if you've been missing shit? You feel me? Like, I got love for Carlos Mendoza. He's my wrench, right? Did you see me snatch it? Regardless of whether I know or what I don't know, did you see me snatch it? That's my dog. That nigga been supporting me. And the niggas that support me, Joe, and the niggas that support me, it go a long way. I support them back, Slim. And it go like that. And like I said, I'm going city to city as soon as this shit get different. Nigga, you know it's weird out here with the whatchamacallit. But I'm going city to city and I'm touching down with everybody because I'm different, dog. And I appreciate all of y'all, man. But what I don't appreciate is, what the fuck? Why won't this go down, Slim? This joint won't go back. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Almost canceled the stream. I'm trying to get this shit to go back down. Okay, there it go. Yeah, bro. All I'm saying is, all of these niggas is cool. But at the end of the day, I just want y'all to understand this, man. When it comes down to whatever is taking place amongst content creators or whatever, I'm letting y'all know because y'all sitting center stage. I'm letting y'all know why I'm saying the stuff I'm saying, why I feel the way I do or whatever. You can't tell me I'm not supposed to watch him. You can't. You can't tell me I'm not supposed to watch him. You can't tell me I'm not supposed to have no type of critique of this man or whatever when a nigga's talking crazy about my fucking 12-year-old daughter at the time. And this nigga, I've been giving this nigga a platform for months. And regardless, he's been around longer than me and I'm bigger than him. Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. My channel is bigger than his. I get more traffic. I got a bigger buzz, and I give him a platform. But if you're hanging out with certain individuals while certain shit is going on, how can I trust you? And that's the last time I'm gonna say it. Oh, my bad. Well, look, Carlos, I ain't gonna put a jacket on you that ain't really there. And it's not even about Johnny Boy, because I went on Johnny Boy channel live. And I told him, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm keeping it like, yo, I put my flag in the ground, and that's where it's stamped. And that's where to stay. You feel me? Like, I don't have nothing else to say about it. Has anybody heard me say one more thing about Johnny Boy? So don't act like I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm an Aries, literally. I'm literally an Aries. So you already know I'm about that war. But at the same time, I just don't try to engage with people for no reason. Y'all niggas just don't hear me just wilding on niggas for no reason. Chain with the ice though, with the motherfucking ice though. Y'all niggas don't hear me just warring and going on people for no reason. I've never done that. And anything I've ever done, I just came through and just swiped that shit with the sword and just got them niggas out the way. I'm just saying, man. In the still of the night though, in the still of the night, though? Come on, man. My nigga, yes, sir, though. Salute. Hey, Arlet. If Arlet's still in here, tell her one time I had a dream me and her had about 3 fake babies. I'm just kidding. Arlet got beautiful skin, too. But see, this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all my niggas. And clearly, y'all know that I identify with y'all on a much higher level than most people identify with their subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I make myself a little bit more tangible than most people let y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm not at other people's channels, so I don't know. But from what I be saying, I be feeling like I be a little bit more hands-on with my peoples than a lot of other people do. You feel me? From the DMs to the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I make myself a little bit more accessible. Nigga not gonna tell me I'm on some emo shit, man. I ain't never been an emotional nigga, man. I'm a passionate dude. I'm not no emo nigga, man. And at the end of the day, I'ma just say it like this, yo. Y'all gotta stop looking at these YouTube content creators when they collab and stuff like that, like they brothers and this is all like one world. We are the world. We are the family. I'm only associated with 4 niggas, man. 4 niggas and 4 letters. Boy, it's MBBC, Reaper Gang, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Blue Nuts, my nigga Andrew Tucker, my nigga my nigga DT3, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Jay Beezy, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas like that. Shout out to Mark, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to D Jeff. Like, I literally, outside of Jay Beezy, nigga, I talk to Gun Rights Mafia on the phone every day. That's my bro. Literally, that's my bro. Like, I know this nigga inside and out. You feel me? I talk to fucking Boone every day. I mean, not every day. Me and Boone talk, though. I talk to motherfucking Myron. Like, we got each other numbers. We can pick up and call each other. There's really a brotherhood there. Like, nigga, death before dishonor type shit. You feel me? Like, it ain't no faking there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no faking with me. See what I'm saying? When the fuck have y'all ever seen me? Like, first of all, like, see what Carlos said? Carlos said, at Mr. Two Hands, I had beef with you. You said stuff about my dead family. But the moment you said that, I knew it was a fake account. You're a good channel. It's just these trolls with fake accounts. And my whole thing is this. With me being as tangible as I am, and if that ever arrives, why wouldn't a nigga come to me? Why wouldn't anybody come to me? Because everybody know one thing that I don't stand for is anybody disrespecting anybody father, anybody disrespecting anybody kids. And even when it comes to disrespect on here, I don't go face to face and take shots at like that about people. I feel like weak niggas got to talk about people's families and stuff like that. Like, I come see you, Jack. Like, we ain't got to do all of that talking about. I'm not going to talk about your family. I'm going to talk about you. Like, it ain't even, I would never do that. Like, kids are off limits. Kids is angelic. Like, mothers and fathers is off limits. All of that is off limits. And one thing about me, I ain't never had a troll account, and I've never been a troll. Y'all don't see me trolling or nothing like that. I made it very clear that I'm a real dude. This is really me. Y'all really get me. Like I don't play no games, yo. I don't play no games. My life ain't never been a fucking joke. But I crack them though. I crack them. I just want to lend my niggas access on a level of this YouTube boxing where I said, man, we cut different. We supposed to shake them up a little bit different because nobody willing, like we gonna be willing to do shit that other people aren't willing to do. And I'm just saying, and I'm willing to extend hands that other channels ain't willing to extend. I ain't never troll nobody. I ain't never disrespect nobody, mother, father, or nothing. That's why Johnny jumped out the window, nigga, saying I'm a troll account. And I already know, and if anybody got any sense, like I've always been a dude that thinks 4 and 5 steps ahead. So when everybody is still thinking about that, whatever occurred right then, I'm thinking about what a person's next move is going to be so I can dictate my moves 3 or 4 steps ahead of that. That's how chess is supposed to be played. So at the end of the day, like I don't think about what just happened. I think about what's going to occur next and how I can deal with it that way. At the end of the day, don't expect me to be that dude that like sits around and bags on people's kids and all of that stuff, bro. I know what it's like, nigga. Like my brother dead. He ain't here. He ain't never coming back no more. He ain't never coming back no more. I done lost niggas, man. I done been stabbed in my head, all types of shit. My life ain't no fucking game, man. Like family and family camaraderie is the most, like, is like the most important thing in my life. So why would I want to upset that dynamic when it comes to anybody else? Even with me saying fuck boxing Jedi, I would never say fuck boxing Jedi family. I think boxing Jedi stand up dude. I just think that, you know, his panties got in a bunch of he get his panties a little mixed up when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, just don't expect me to have to feel that shit. And when shit happens, y'all, don't motherfucking be shocked, yo. Don't be so shocked and act like niggas are so close. I chose to, you know what I'm saying? I throw it up with that man on my channel. I don't never go to his shit. I'm the nigga I'm like, at the end of the day, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Half the videos, half the times, half the durations, more subscribers. And willing to offer a hand in any way, shape, or form to show that you are that boxing personality that people need to see. Exactly. I fuck with Cuddy too outside and putting on that fucking dress. That shit kill me. I bet a solo ass nigga bad. That's what I'm saying, man. We got like out, yo. As long as people think this shit is some We Are the World shit, y'all motherfuckers gonna constantly y'all constantly gonna be confused because it ain't never gonna be that. But I just want like yo, I'm making it a point that like yo, this whole boxing shit, man. If it ain't full people, man, fuck them, man. If it ain't the full people that I fuck with, then fuck them, man. Or if the gun rights mafia is not motherfucking live, fuck them, man. Niggas not gonna get on my platform, period, man. Because I'm just not with the fake shit. Cause like everybody like got different agendas with this junk. Shit, who y'all got winning between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez? Josh Taylor a 1, Jose a 2. Josh Taylor a 1, Jose a 2. If y'all got it going, if y'all got a I don't know, just put a 3. Okay, Josh Taylor for yes, sir. Proud Father says Taylor. I got a rough idea of who had the fake account. I've been subscribed to you for 2 years, and I know how you speak, if that makes sense. For sure, Carlos, salute. Chain with the ice got a draw. Yes, sir, or a 3. Illigio, number 1. Like, for real, bro, for real, the way motherfucking, the way Victor Postal motherfucking box motherfucking Jose Ramirez was real sus for me. And regardless, the way, you know, Josh Taylor boxed, Victor Postal was a little sus for me, but I just think Josh Taylor just got a little bit more to offer than Jose Ramirez. I don't know if it'll be, I'm not saying that Josh Taylor gonna knock him out. I don't think that'll happen, but I think that it'll go to decision, and I think Josh Taylor might get a split decision, or I think Josh Taylor gonna get a split or a unanimous decision. Now, you know what I'm saying? If Jose Ramirez comes in there and he ain't, you know what I mean, and he's not getting behind the jab and not willing to box, then if he just makes it rough and tumble, I think Jose might have a better chance. But I've seen, you know, Josh Taylor mixing it up inside with Regis Pro Grade power. So I don't know, man. Who y'all think is a more powerful fighter? Y'all think Jose Ramirez got more smack, or do y'all think Regis Pro Grade got more smack? Big Dog Public says 2, so he picked Jose Ramirez. Salute to you. Taylor UD, okay. Gonna be a good fight for sure. Yeah, that shit gonna be a cracker. What you laughing for, Arlet? Yeah, you got some nice skin. This shit is chocolate though. It's that chocolate though. I've been a big fan of Hershey. All my life. All my life. Hershey Kisses though. Josh Taylor, Jeffrey Sharp, okay. Too tough to call. Ramirez and Progrades both tough. Yeah, man. Cause yeah, man, when Josh Taylor, like when Jose Ramirez caught Maurice Hooker with that shot, think, you know, Regis Prograde, he bring a lot of smack to the table too. I think, you know what I'm saying, like I think it might be a little negligible there. I think that, you know, Regis Prograde, I don't know, man. I don't even know who got the better footwork out there too. I think it might be a little negligible there too. But I don't know. I think that Regis might be able to operate a little bit better on the inside. I think Regis smothered his work a little bit in the WBSS against Josh Taylor in the finals. I think that, you know, but I think maybe Jose Ramirez might have a little bit more savagery in him. And that takes nothing away from Regis Prograde. I mean, if it comes down to it, and he just going to brawl, I think Jose might just have a little bit more, like, I don't know, we might have a little bit more, I don't give a fuck, because I see Jose Ramirez not fighting that fight and keeping that shit so intimate to where the work is so smothered on the level of a Regis Prograde. I think Jose Ramirez is going to operate within every round looking for a savage knockout, and I wonder truly what Robert Garcia game plan is. Truthfully, this is kind of an unknown for me, because I'm not even really able to, you know, put in thought where I see both of their styles going in this fight, man. It's kind of a little bit of an unknown, because, you know, both of these gentlemen are wild card. I just think that Josh Taylor operates with a little bit more tools in his shit, and I just think he's a little bit more proficient. His boxing is just on another level, man. Like, for real. Like, Josh Taylor has shown me a lot, man, and I've been really happy with his opposition lately. But, you know, I've seen Jose Ramirez fight boxers too. Like god damn, man, just 'cause I want to say your name right now, the boxer with the cornrows and shit that he fought. What's that nigga name? Just 'cause I want to say it right now, I don't want to butcher that shit. The question is, the winner is Taylor or Ramirez. Who they fight next? I think they move up and they fight Terrence Crawford, man. I think they move up and they fight Terrence Crawford and they try to inch closer to an undisputed. But my whole thing is how, you know, that could be the only option, because I don't see any of those gentlemen able to move up and get a shot at Errol Spence, man. It's just like the Caleb Plant situation right now. I really don't see Canelo getting this fight, bro. That stable got slim pickings right now. And unless Canelo is willing to go park his ass over there for 3 or 4 fights so they can nickel and dime him and make a certain amount of money off him. Yo, do y'all honestly see Canelo getting this Caleb Plant fight if he would DAZN? That's going to be a great fight, man, Chad. I think Brian Castano can get him out the way unless the fix is in. I think Brian Castano can get him out the way if the fix is in. And I still think Regis Prograde is number one, you know what I mean, the number one guy behind those two in that division. So I believe whatever happens next, you know what I'm saying, I think Regis Prograde is trying to position himself to get in that joint. But like I said, man, I see them boys going after Terrence Crawford next. Because realistically, man, that'll propel them boys into stardom for real. I think Regis could beat Taylor. I think he could too. Look at it like this, yes, sir. If that fight would have been anywhere but the UK, that fight would have probably went to Regis' program. Because that fight would have went either way. I just think it boiled down to it being so close that, you know what I mean? I felt like it would have went that way over there anyway. And that's not saying nothing against anybody. It was just that close. And we just know how boxing works. So I'm just saying, if you would have put, that fight could have went either way. Honestly, I would have been happy with a draw. But you know what I mean? I knew it wasn't going to be able to walk out like that. But when it come down to Castaño, Charlo, yo, like look at Tony Harrison. Look at both Tony Harrison fights. Look at the Banana Rosario fight. Look at how them niggas was touching motherfucking Jermell. And y'all tell me a Brian Castaño can't go out there and get him? I'm telling you, if Brian Castaño don't win that fight, I think it might because you know what I'm saying, them Banana Rosario convulsions, man. I think it might be because them Banana Rosario convulsions. Man, look. Eris Landry Lara got power, man. And that boy was there all night, man. That boy was there all night. That Eris Landry Lara fight tells me everything I need to know about that dog and Castaño. And then that Patrick Teixeira fight let you know about that dog and Castaño. Castaño got a chin, man. Castaño likes to operate up close, and he's a great inside fighter, man. He got power, he got combinations, man. This is really a legitimate 50-50 fight, but it's only going to be as 50-50 as motherfucking, you know, Al Heyman and the powers that be allow it to be. I think Castaño can make that shit happen, man. Bring that shit home. Cause for real, dog, I'm not sold on that nigga. I'm not sold on them niggas' defense, man. I think the Charlos got belts, but they two of the weakest. I think they two of the most weakest, overhyped motherfucking champions in boxing. For real. Them niggas don't have no defense. Them niggas don't have no movement. Them niggas operate A to B all night long, and they the most predictable fighters in the world. And anybody that motherfucking got any type of jab, or any type of, you know what I'm saying, boxing savvy, or any type of decent streamline 1-2, can get them out the way. All you got to do is stay lateral with them boys, pop that shit, and then them niggas is gonna get at Mr. Two Hands. You and Jedi are good channels. Don't end the friendship over something stupid. You think Pacquiao want the juice? Jedi think no. It's a boxing community. We agree to disagree. I just disagree with this bitch ass nigga feelings, man. Like I said, I don't got no problem with that nigga. That nigga could go over that bitch and drink cyanide for all I care. He could drink orange juice. I wish him the best. I wish him the best. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm just say this, man. I just don't necessarily. I'm just quicker to say fuck you than the next man. Like for real. I ain't gonna play in all of that bullshit. Like, you know, at the end of the day, man, like I said, this isn't no We Are the World type shit. Like, it ain't like I'm gonna spend all of my days talking about boxing Jedi or all of my evening. That's just something that happened today. And hey, he could take it how he wanna take it. But when tomorrow comes, it's not like I'm gonna be spending my time talking about boxing Jedi. Believe that. Believe that. You disagree with what, Carlos? You think they athletic bullies? They look. If I walked into this wall, boom, and I walked into this wall again, boom, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's how I envision the Charlos, man. Them niggas just run head first into the motherfucking punches, and they operate off throwing everything hard. They don't really get behind no fucking jab. And I'm just saying, I seen them boys touched up a little bit too much. And Brian Castaño isn't bringing no low IQ to the ring. And Brian Castaño ain't no fucking Banana Rosario. And to be perfectly honest, it wasn't like Jermell was motherfucking like really operating in the realms of where he was working Banana Rosario the way the outcome of that fight went. It kind of made me throw my hands up and like say like, what the fuck just happened here? I don't like, like when I watched fucking Jamal fight Sergey Derevyanchenko, this nigga wasn't he didn't pivot or nothing. Like I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. I think them dudes will get beat the fuck up, man. Like it's a reason Jamal fighting Juan Montiels, man. Like yo. It's a reason why he's always fought guys that are 2 sizes lower or some shit like that, or underclass fighters. There's a reason why that dude always do that, man. It's going to be a good fight. Like I said, you can sensationalize what they put together and all of that, but at the end of the day, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, really, like, what have they done? What have they done? Like, I be asking people all the time, what has Joel and Jamal done to where people got so much stock in them, other than duck motherfucking fights that could have been put together? Now I know Jamel is definitely shown more work weight. I know Jamel has shown a lot more heart than his brother. And I know it frustrates him to see his brother in that position or whatever, because I think Jamel got a little bit more passion than Jamal. But at the end of the day, I haven't seen anything to just make me say that, you know, these dudes are so great. I haven't. I think they need to work a little bit more on their boxing skills. For real, especially defensively. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got good wind tanks. Yeah, they got a little bit of decent power, but they don't have high IQ. They don't have that. I think all of the things that Mad Chad just said, I think that about Brian Castano. Athletic weight bullies that can run in a quick twitch, and they will lose soon. Look, this is all they do. They stab back and 1-2. They only throw 1-2s. That's it. If all you do is just sit back and you try to 1-2 a fighter all day long, bro, that ain't like, yo, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I ain't seen a lot of tools in the shed, bro. And this ain't no hate. It's not. It's not. I've seen them niggas just constantly get hit up. Get hit up. And the thing about it is, I'm like, yo, from what I've seen, Tony Harrison ain't no Brian Castano, yo. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Tony Harrison, if Tony Harrison can do what he did in both of those fights against Jermell Charlo, what is Brian Castano going to do? That's why if a nigga don't win, I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. I don't know, because the Banana Rosario shit, y'all, it really messes it up for me, man. It messes it up for me in the sense of where it's like, okay, like, he clearly took a fucking dive, yo. He clearly took a dive. So if a nigga took a dive, it's just like, yo, going to this undisputed match, how legitimate is he? Because, like, let's look at 154. 154 is in, like, pretty much the same shambles that 168 pounds in. They ain't the greatest fighters in those divisions, man. It was weird that Surrogate D wasn't doing his pivots against Charlo. Facts. You see how he was pivoting Triple G? Man, that nigga was spinning Triple G around like a fucking ballerina, yo. Man, that nigga he was on Triple G head. Now, you didn't have with Charlo? It must have been a real good check with a bonus on top of that shit. Because Jamal didn't show me nothing special, man. It must have been a real good check to come. It must have been a real good check to come with that, y'all. Y'all don't think so? Y'all don't think a good check came with that? I think a good old check came with that shit. Now I'm gonna have a whole fucking boxing world coming to me talking about, oh, 2 hands, man. Stop that shit. Like, oh my God, man. Fuck, man. That's true, Carlos. Jones Jr. in the building, boxing is rigged. That's a fact, Roy. That's a fact. That's why I'm just like, okay. Like, that's why I be asking questions about Charlo undisputed run, asking questions about, you know what I mean, Canelo undisputed run, and I look at them undisputed runs like they don't really excite me like that. But when I look at Josh Taylor run, I'm just like, yo, that man went to the WBSS, you know what I mean? We know Jose Ramirez is real. We know Regis Prograis is real. It's just different, bro. It's just different. Now, Deontay Wilder is supposedly training right now, and he's gearing up for a fight with somebody, and his head trainer is Malik Scott. What does Malik Scott bring to the table that makes Deontay Wilder a better fighter in his next fight? Absolutely. I'm a big fan of Ivan Baranchyk. I'm a big fan of his power, and I'm a big fan of his hooks. And Ivan Baranchyk and Zepeda put on definitely fight of the year in 2020. No cap. No cap. Fight of the year. Shout out to those two guys for showing all of the dog, getting up off the canvas and making it happen. It was an amazing, amazing fight. And that's what boxing is made of, man. And I think the WBSS is a great thing for boxing, because you know it makes the champions step outside of their comfort zone and get inside a gauntlet with individuals that are legitimate. And if you make it through that thing, it just shows your legitimacy, man. Like, look at what Naoya Inoue went through and the adversity he faced, and in the finals, what he had to go through. Naoya Inoue boxed through having a broken orbital bone. Oh, did we forget? How big is Naoya Inoue? He boxed through a broken orbital bone. Did he not? You said not quite to me. What do you mean, yes, sir? My boy Wizard Sleeve, salute. Wilder training, question mark, hilarious. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Carlos's comment. If Jermell becomes undisputed, he's a top 5 pound for pound fighter. Absolutely not. I'll put Jermell, like, look, okay, let me see right now. Let me see. If I'm going to do a pound for pound list right now, who would my pound for pound list be? Because I'm not really a big fan of doing pound for pound lists, because pound for pound is like, I don't know. Pound for pound now in boxing doesn't represent what pound for pound is really about with me. I think pound for pound was always supposed to be reserved for the smaller weight classes, eliminating the heavyweights, and basically comparing if smaller fighters were in that division, how would they operate? That's what the definition of pound for pound is for me, and that's what I believe the definition of pound for pound to be to the rest of the world. Now, everybody's criteria switches when it comes to championship belts and all of that. To me, it's based off of superiority. So for me, I think that you know, if it was my pound for pound, I'd have Terrence Crawford at number 1. I'll have Canelo at number 2. I would have possibly hold on. I would have. It's hard, man, because it's hard because, you know. And then it's like Canelo Crawford, Canelo Crawford. I have both of those guys either number 1 or number 2. I would have Naoya Inoue possibly around like a number 3 and number 4. Shit, man. For real, I would love to put Chocolatito in that top 5, because Chocolatito really got robbed by El Gallo. He came back, he beat Carl Yafai, and then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? He really beat El Gallo, and they just didn't give him the victory. So it's just like, you know, Chocolatito should be in this top 5 position. I think Josh Taylor, he definitely falls in that top 10 range somewhere. So like for me, Jermell would have to fall somewhere in the bottom tier, especially when I feel like you're taking fights to take a dive. Now, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to consider individuals when they fights ain't really like, yo, Canelo's been fighting guys that have been bending over, taking checks, man. Like, so it's just like, yo, that number 1 spot, like, the reason I put him there is because he's a great fighter. Like, regardless of the bullshit that go on with him, he's a really great fighter. He really is. My thing is the level of opposition. That's where it just like I get a little crossed up. But outside of everything else, yeah, Canelo is a great fighter. That's why he stays in that number 1, number 2. But for me, it's like Crawford has fought all styles, never wavered from anyone. You've never seen Crawford get unclothed by anybody. And he's taken on all comers, and he's highly avoided. And if nobody avoided Crawford, let's really look at it like this. If nobody avoided Crawford, what would Crawford, if nobody at the PBC avoided Crawford since 2018 when he won that belt in June, I believe, first week of June or July against Joe Horn, what do we think Terrence Crawford's legacy would be right now? After, you know, winning belts at 135, being undisputed at 140, coming up and completely outclassing Joe Horn when Manny Pacquiao was given absolute fits. So my thing is, like, when I think of the pound for pound list, I'm like, if nobody was stonewalling Terrence Crawford on the other side of the street, guys, what would we really look at? Where would Crawford be right now? And I know it's a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it's just like, yo, like, we've seen this guy just dominate everybody. So it's just like, I think his dominance would have proceeded to continue. And this is the thing. Jeff Horn isn't no little fucking welterweight. Freaking, goddamn Mean Machine isn't no little welterweight. Shoot. Kell Brook. He just came down from 154 pounds. He was a big dude. Like, yo, and Terrence Crawford's power carries over. I just think that, man, like, if we ain't have roadblocks, man, Canelo, like, yo, you wouldn't even be able to mention Canelo next to Crawford. I would say Crawford is going to walk through hell and back at 147 to be undisputed. Too much politics to be involved. Absolutely. So it's like this. So, as fans, are we genuinely supposed to accept the fact that belts are being held hostage to promotional outfits, and say for like a guy like Terrence Crawford, who started his career at a much lower weight, like, are we supposed to keep saying that he's supposed to go up in weight so what he necessarily could like please us, or it could ruin him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how much is he supposed to keep going up in weight to continue to try to chase people? Because if he goes, because look, here's the reality of it. He don't have a shot at 154 either. He doesn't, guys. He doesn't have a shot at 154. You want to know why? Because all of our belts at 154 at the PBC as well. Those are the two divisions that they have on lock. So it's Mickey Dub, salute. What's up, family? So it's like, it's just hard, man. It's hard because for me, I'm not the type of guy that wants to continually push guys up in weight to try to ruin them. The same thing that we clearly know happened to Kell Brook. Why would we want to see those things for Terrence Crawford when it's not like Terrence Crawford isn't willing and always been ready, man? Like, Terrence Crawford would have to completely bypass 154 pounds and go to 160 if he even wants the opportunity of belts, because, you know, the zone has some of those belts over there. But it's just like Terrence Crawford. I don't want 160 pound Terrence Crawford. I really don't even want 154 pound Terrence Crawford. That's a fact, Roy Jones Jr. He is protected. Like, come on, man. It's like he's fighting your Daniel Sugas. Like, this guy said, finally, he tweeted, he said, finally you have something that I want. That's all you needed. Now I'm willing to fight you. Well, my whole thing is this. Do you think about what you're saying before you say it? Because didn't Terrence Crawford have what you wanted? Didn't he have a belt? And didn't he have a belt before Yadenia Zugas and they recessed Manny Pacquiao? Mickey Dub says, Andy Ruiz, he's the triple pound plus pound fighter in the world. Laugh out loud, salute Reaper. Yeah, man, Andy Ruiz is definitely the pound for pound champion of the world. I definitely have to agree with you there. And pound for pound is like, yo, his rankings is all in his roles. He's number 5 right here. He's number 4 right here. He's number 3 right here. And he's number 1 and number 2 right here. Pause. Boom, man. What it do? I don't know, man. I'm pissing off the whole world today, G. I'm pissing off the whole world today. And I absolutely love it. But, shout out to those guys that I pissed off, though. I wish them absolutely nothing but the best. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I sure did. You know, everybody wants the We Are the World 2 hands. But it is the We Are the World 2 hands. Because two hands is the people, man. 2 hands speak for the people, man. 2 hands speak for the people. 2 hands has always been the people. 2 hands is the street. 2 hands is the fire hydrant. 2 hands is the back block. 2 hands is the pissy ass alleyways. Two hands is all of the above, man. Two hands is for the people, man. And like I said, man, when it comes down to relationships, man, it's 4 niggas, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just boxing. It's just boxing. And like I said, when niggas get like, yo, you never been in a base, you never been in a barbershop talking boxing with a nigga, and y'all never almost got in a fist fight. It don't necessarily have to be the barbershop, but you never been over your man's house watching a boxing match, or y'all talking boxing and niggas like and just adrenaline and emotion, adrenaline and testosterone is adrenaline and testosterone. You feel me? I'm not making it like a huge thing. Like this dude act like, you know, I always had it out for him. Nah, it's not that. All I was stating was like, yo, this nigga was talking about my daughter and all types of crazy stuff, and you still kicking it with that man, and I'm giving you a platform, you know what I'm saying, to get further out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like for me, it's like, how can I fully put my trust in a nigga that associate with the ops, and especially when they disrespect my kids and you have kids of your own? At the end of the day, I don't take nothing personal. It's like I don't know any of these individuals. But with all of that being said, it's just like, yo, I keep my friends closer and my enemies closer. And as far as I'm concerned, it's when you rock with, yeah, like at the bar, anything. Like you all, like, yo, we like, think about it like this. Y'all don't think that when y'all argue with people in the comment section about fighters and stuff like that, that's not equivalent to fisticuffs? Because if y'all had these conversations in fucking person, I'm sure 90% of y'all motherfuckers will be ready to swing hands at one another. On God. I see the comment section. I see the joints that be having like, yo, some of my shits be having like 200 comments in them joints, and I know y'all niggas would like to knock some of these dudes upside their head. So what me and Jedi did is nothing different. It just happened to be live. My whole thing is, I like, yo, I live and let live, man. It ain't that big for me, man. It ain't that deep for me, man. Like, I'm not going to sit over here and cry over spilled milk, bro. It is what it is, man. Like, when it comes down to it, testosterone and emotions run high when, you know, people have points of view and they feel strongly about it. That's no slight to Jedi. Like I said, salute to him. I wish him nothing but the best. And I hope his platform proceeds to grow and fucking grow and fucking grow. Because at the end of the day, I do think Jedi is a great fucking guy, bro. I think he's a great guy. I just think that, you know, when it comes down to it, our ideology for both of these fighters is what put us in that position. So, you know what I'm saying? It be what it be like, you know, and y'all know me, I don't back down. I'm not ever. I don't conform. I don't back down. So like I said, like I got a lot of love for dude. I really do. I really do. Like I genuinely was going to go to this man's city or state and stay down that junk and cop a suite for a few days so we could sit back on a weekend, so we could sit back and watch Friday night boxing, Saturday night boxing. I was going to break bread at this man's table, and if he ever was in the DMV, I was going to do vice versa. And guess what, Jedi? That fucking offer is still on the table. That's how real I am, because it's like, this shit is not that deep for me, yo. It's not. But I'm not going to pretend like we can't go at one another because we don't know each other like that. You feel what I'm saying, yo? And if y'all don't, I'm just saying, we all raised different, dog. I'm just saying, my experience in life are different than y'all experience in life, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I approach things differently, but I'm willing to stand in front of the court of law and put my hand on a Bible, and I'm willing to motherfucking, when the day comes, I'm willing to answer all of those questions from anybody. And I'm willing to take any stripes, right or wrong, from anybody. What, Tuck in here? Andrew! See, that's bro. That's bro. I talk like, yo, me and this man talk. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it just extends a little different. So for me, like, yo, if niggas want to hear me say it, like I said, I've said it, dog. I don't have a problem with dude. You know what I mean? But when I speak my mind, it might come off a little bit like hard. It's like when I said like to Carlos, I was like, yo, I don't give a fuck if that nigga drink orange juice and cyanide in the morning, man. like you know what I mean? I wish him the best. If it's vitamin D, he gonna have a great morning. If it's cyanide, I hope they can flush it. I hope they can, you know what I'm saying, regurgitate the system and pump the system fast enough. But I wish him nothing but the best. I just can't help but say shit the way I say it. I have a very radical point of view when it comes to things, man. I'm just not the soft type of landing type nigga, man. Like, you're never gonna get that from me. I feel like boxing niggas is mad soft, man. And I'm not here to be, I'm not here, like, yo, our community ain't soft, yo. We ain't soft, but we're very forgiving, and we very locked in. And there's nothing to forgive Jedi about. Like I said, if I came off too strongly and it was my fault, then I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like he came off too strongly, he don't even gotta apologize for that, because what's understood don't even need to be explained. It ain't nothing but respect. But know this: if you drop a video, I'm on your ass. Y'all know that. So at the end of the day, I got love for dude. I've shared panels with this dude. He has been like my ghost host for like God knows how long. Like, yo, I like I said, I extend my hand to everybody. I extend a dapping pound to everybody. I want to break bread with everybody. Ain't nobody an enemy with me. It's not what have you done in your last fights. It's what have you done for me lately. For sure. And it's like for real. Like, Jamel last fight showed me niggas take dives. So Brian Castano showed me that he will fight his motherfucking ass off. Jamal Charlo showed us that Juan Montiel deserves a fucking shot at the title. Deontay Wilder showed us that experience, 4 or 5-time Golden Glove champions, 2-time welterweight champion of the world, freaking Mark Breland doesn't have any credentials, but 37 and freaking 1, 37 and 2. Malik Scott, who got his ass beat by King Kong Ortiz and took a dive against Deontay Wilder. He has all of the answers for Deontay Wilder. I just find that strange. It's weird. I don't understand how somebody who got his ass whooped by you and took a dive from you could show you anything. Because if you're so fucking offensively and defensively deficient, and you're supposedly knock this guy out, like, how much can he teach you? Now, understand this. I do understand that there is a level of coaching and training that you don't necessarily have to be a great boxer, because there are a lot of head coaches that aren't great boxers, but they are great visionaries when it comes to the science. Some people have the ability to compute and put things together when they have the ability to compute and put things together, and in their mind, they're great boxers. They can't translate it to hands. Like, some niggas just can't fight. Derek James being one of those guys. He never went far in his boxing career. He was a professional, but apparently, he does some things right with Errol Spence. But I contribute a lot of that to matchmaking. But we all know that a lot of head trainers weren't great boxers. So if Malik Scott can bring something out of Deontay Wilder, I guess I'll extend the olive branch in that direction, considering, once again, like I said, a lot of great head trainers, some of them ain't great boxers. Like, y'all, if you guys don't know this, I'm about to share something with you. Virgil Hunter, he's never laced up a pair of boxing gloves in his life. Ever. And that's why a lot of people were apprehensive about doing business with him, because he's never laced up boxing gloves. So how could he truly teach anybody about the science? Virgil Hunter has truly showed that you don't necessarily have to be a boxer per se to be a visionary and understand what is taking place in the ring. Like, look at his fighter Andre Ward. We got great fathers. We are great fathers, and we put God first. That's who we are. Great leaders, and we are blessed. Absolutely, man. Andrew Tucker, man, that nigga, he be setting me right. He be setting me right sometimes when I go all the way to fuck wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I know. You know what I'm saying? In the MBBC, man, I'm the wild card and shit like that. I'm the hard headed one. I'm the one that like to be doing all of the dumb shit and stuff like that. But them niggas reel me in though. They reel me in, just like, Boone, he a hard head in the MBBC and shit like that, and he do shit, and he called me and I reel him in. Sometimes Andrew Tucker, he'll tell me I be doing some nut shit sometimes, and be like, yo, I don't like it, whatever, but I'm with you right, wrong, and indifferent. And that's what family about, though, man. That's what family's supposed to be about, man. You ride with your niggas right, wrong, and indifferent, yo. And the thing is, man, like I said, man, I don't know why. I don't know, in his mind, he thinks that I'm carrying so much animosity in my heart towards him. I'm not, bro. I like Jedi. I genuinely like dude. I just had to let it be known. Like, Can't hang with the ops, dog, and me not motherfucking keep my eye on you. I have to. I can't trust you. Yeah, nigga, we both be going ham on niggas, bro. Absolutely. Like I said, man, I understand, like, we the wild cards in the shit, man. Like, yo, there ain't no fucks to give. Like I said, we ain't never gonna be the biggest, but we always gonna be the roughest. We always gonna be the rugged ones, and we always gonna lend perspective our own way. And like I said, man, the growth through all of these challenges and shit like that, the growth in all of these challenges and shit like that is like going against the grain and still trying to build and knowing that, you know what I'm saying, like my building process is being stonewalled because of the shit that I say out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got niggas in my comment section all the time talking about, I don't know how the fuck I didn't find this channel. Like, yo, this shit ghost status. Like, so I'm just, I know it's coming, dog. Like, I know it's coming for the whole MBBC. I know it's coming. Like, I know my greatness is not ever going to be, you know what I mean, curved the U-turn. The only time a nigga can stop me is if I stop myself. Too much of a problem. And then with the other, and with the boys, like all of us together, oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. IBT salute. How come I feel like I'm watching somebody watching me? How come I feel like somebody's watching me? At Mr. Two Hands gonna call it a night, alcohol kicking in, still listening. Hey man, look, man, I'm not gonna call it a night on y'all. Like I said, man, I'm still doing Reaper Gang Radio tomorrow. This is it, dude. Like I said, we're different this going around this year, and from here on out, like I'm not in my mind state to where I'm like I'm gonna give up on this shit and my content gonna slow down. We're going back to pushing out mad content, and we're going back to pushing out mad edits. I mean, y'all boys seen what I've been putting in, and I don't think my work has been nothing. I don't think my edits and my work has been nothing short of fucking on point as of lately. I'm not gonna say that shit is above or beyond. I'm just gonna say from what I feel like I've been doing recently, I feel like that shit is motherfucking on. It's just getting better and better and better. Like, yo, wait till this Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez video drop. Wait till this Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez video drop. Yeah, man, I'm just saying, yo, like, if dude, like, look, man, dude a good dude, man. Nah, I'm not laughing. Like, don't die. I'm not laughing at, like, Jedi. I'm laughing at the fact that I said dude a good dude. He really is, yo. Like I said, we gonna contribute this to barbershop talk. But if it becomes anything outside of that, Father, forgive me, for I definitely know what the fuck I do. Father, forgive me. Take him to church? No way. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to Jim Jones. You are the only one I follow from the MBBC or whatever you call them. Boone I listen to sometime. For sure. Like, man, that's my Harlem sweetheart right there, man. She be holding me down, going to bat for me heavy, man. Like, that's the queen of the channel right there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be like, yeah, she be holding it down. She'll bark on a nigga real quick about do say. You sipping on that N&J 2 hands? Nah, I don't sip cheap dark. It's always Henny. It's always Henny or Remy XO. Henny or Remy XO. And if I do anything else, if I take a shot, I take a kill shot. That's Patron and Hennessy mixed. Yeah, I'm crazy. Like, yeah, we crazy over here. But yeah, man, like, we got an exciting month, y'all. We got an exciting month. And all the bullshit, and here, man, ball till I fall, yo, like for real. Like, I don't know. I don't really get too woozy. If I start slurring and I start speaking crazy, man, I ain't going to delete it. I swear to God. I'm going to let y'all have it. Got to. Yeah, man, but Deontay Wilder in his training situation is interesting, to say the least. Like, does anybody have a hold on who he's supposed to be fighting? I have no idea. It was supposed to be I walk this earth like a god and step all over you, kind of Charles Martin vibes. But I don't know, maybe they felt like that was too dangerous. So what is it now? What about gin and juice like Snoop Dogg? Gin and juice is cool, but if I drink gin, man, like I don't know, man. I'm more like a Bombay Sapphire kind of guy. I like Bombay Sapphire. Is it too late for Wilder to get better? Yes. Yes, it is. It's too late for him to get better. I say that because, and it's going to come off kind of redundant because I believe I said this already. If you're not willing to accept critique, if you've outed everybody that's around you that had any type of legitimacy that was willing to help you, and you pushed all of those guys to the side, that only shows me and that only tells me that you're not willing to learn. And you're only willing to work unless people are going to conform to whatever you're willing to do at that time. So if Deontay Wilder wakes up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and he was supposed to be at the gym at 9, when he walks in there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and Malik Scott has been there for fucking like basically goddamn 12 hours, what is like really, what do you think Malik Scott is going to say? Do you think he's going to scold Deontay Wilder? Do you think he's going to make him run laps? Do you think he's going to make him do 1,000 burpees? What? Or do you think he's going to let him breeze right past him, not say anything, and grab the mitts and just go to work? These are the questions I must ask. Peter Edward Toulouse. Well, like, you know, a jab is the number one thing that you're supposed to have in your tool shed. And a jab isn't just perfected overnight. A jab is perfected over time, and it's perfected over several fights because you have a lot of different jabs you can throw. You know what I'm saying? You have the flick, you have the, you know what I'm saying, the pull, you have the straight, you have the power. So at the end of the day, you know, Deontay Wilder doesn't even use a jab. So for him to say that we're going to start right here and say, you know, it's never too late to perfect the jab. He's starting at 34 years old to start to try to throw a jab. Like, how proficient is he going to throw that jab? What type of jab is he trying to throw? And what is the setup going to be behind that jab? Because not only does he have to learn the jab, but there has to be something behind that jab, and he's going to have to pick up combinations in some form of punches and bunches, because if you look at his stats on his athleticism, there is no reason why he shouldn't have a jab already. If Deontay had a proficient jab with the bullshit that he has right now, like, he would be still shutting shit down in a sense. Because he would know how to set niggas up, get behind it, and fire off that right. Because the thing about Deontay Wilder is you don't have to worry about him being slow. You don't have to worry about his athleticism, and you don't have to worry about his heart. I can tell you that much. One thing I can say about that motherfucker, he don't give up now. He will stay in there. He is willing to go out that bitch and get hurt. I just think that, like, a jab ain't something you learn overnight, yo, and it has to be perfected in real boxing matches. And really, Deontay Wilder doesn't spar. Who does he spar with? That's the JDs, man. That's the JDs, man. That's the JDs, man. Hold up, man. Hold the fuck up, man. You making me mad. Is that the... Oh, I broke my shit. I broke my shit, man. I broke my shit, man. Is that the fucking JDs, man? I broke my shit, man. You making me mad, man. I broke my shit, man. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? You making me mad, man. I just broke my shit, man. Are we doing the JDs, man? You making me mad, man. I just broke my shit, man. These niggas making me mad, man. The fucking JDs, man. The fucking JDs, man. The fucking JDs, man. You making me mad. Hold up, man. Hold the fuck up, man. I broke my shit, man. Hello? Hello? Is anybody there, man? The fucking JDs, man. The fucking JDs, man. Is anybody there? I broke my shit. You niggas is making me mad, man. This what we doing, man. OnlyFans, man. I'm born rough and rugged. Addressing the mass public, my attitude is rugged and motherfuckers love it. Ugh. The JDs, man. You making me mad. What are we doing, people? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm mad. I gotta go buy some new fucking headphones, man. And now I'm gonna get me some fresh joints, man. I'm gonna get some Google Pixel 3s, man. No cords, man. Shit, man. I can't believe I just had to visualize that, man. That was my invisible interpretation of the... Hold up, man. Hold up, man. You making me mad, man. I can do it better out here, man. I can do it better out here, man. I can do it better out here, man. In my yard, man. I can do it better. That's what we doing, man. That's what Deontay Wilder doing, man. You making me mad, man. You making me mad. You making me mad. You making me mad. Houston, we definitely got a problem. The JDs, man. What is that, man? Y'all tell me what Deontay... So, is he supposed to pick up the jab? Where the jab gonna come from if he doing this, man? Where the jab gonna come from if he doing this, man? Where's it gonna come from, man? Where's the jab gonna come from if he doing that, man? Please don't fall. That'll be $750 off my pocket, man. Where the jab gonna come from if he doing this, man? Where the jab gonna come from if he doing this, man? You making me mad, man. We need more. We look, man. It ain't gonna happen, man. Pigeon Mike, I'm sorry, man. You don't just develop a jab overnight, man. Who is this dude supposed to be, man? Who is he supposed to be, man? Is he supposed to be the Eastern Assassin or something? I'm about to go pause on y'all niggas. They supposed to go to jail. Look, man, I don't wish no hate on Deontay Wilder, and honestly, I feel like if anybody is willing to learn, there's always room to learn. And I feel like if you have seven effective years and you're left in your career, I feel like, yeah, you possibly could learn. But if you're not willing to do so, it's just like, yo, and if I look at the people around you and they're not willing, and like, yo, these dudes are no help in any way, shape, or form, what can I say about Skitty, man? What you want me to say about Skitty other than he doomed, man? He ain't learning how to box, man. You right, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff, man. He ain't learning how to box, man. Think Cat, man, he coming back for the comeback, yo? He coming back for the comeback? Against who, man? Somebody help me help him, man. Somebody help me help him, man. Like, yo, for real, Deontay Wilder, if you listen to this real spill, you should let me train you. I mean that. Yo, if y'all want to see a nice Deontay Wilder, bring him to Reaper Gang, man. Bring him to Reaper Gang, man. I will whip that boy into shape. I promise you I'll whip that boy into shape. Bring him to Reaper Gang, man. Y'all want him to have a jab, man. Y'all want him to probe with that. Y'all want him to probe with that jab, man. You want him to probe with that jab, man. Bring him over to Reaper Gang Radio, man. We perfect jabs. We perfect jabs. I have y'all live. We can all train him. We can all train him together. I bet you we can make him a world champion. We can make him a world champion, y'all. We can whip him into shape. Let's just bring him to Reaper Gang. We got him. We'll whip this baloney Tony right into shape. I'll repeat, we will whip baloney Tony right into shape. Bring him to Reaper Gang Radio, man. We perfect jabs. Peter Edwards, he said, yeah, nah, it's late as fuck in the game to be picking up a jab unless one or two things is true. A, the trainee isn't big-headed. B, he's a combat genius. And Deontay Wilder is not those things. I agree with you. Peter Edwards, see, this is the thing. Once again, if you're not willing to learn, man, it's like this wall right here, man. It's like my house right here, man. It's like this brick right here. And me grabbing a piece of Jello. A piece of Jello. D-Town Blaster, Fah Fah. You already know what it is. Cost you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. But y'all might want to pay attention to this. God damn it, I'm stupid. It's like this brick wall right here, man. And it's like taking Jello, man, and a hammer and a nail and trying to nail Jello to a wall, man. That shit is physically impossible, man. Science won't allow you to do those things, man. So the modern advancements of Deontay Wilder's training will not allow him to pick up a jab, man. He will not perfect the jab, man. Man, they said in my channel detail, they said my channel is responsible for hate speech and, you know, hateful rhetoric and stuff like that. So they took my monetization. So what I did was, for those who want to monetize, for those who want to donate to the channel, because all I do is take the donations and I put it back in the channel. For those who want to donate, I'll put my Cash App link in the joint, because they just completely stole my shit for no reason. So that's why my $sign ain't there no more. Yeah, man. Two Hands is responsible for hateful rhetoric, man. What is the world coming to, man? Pardon my back, man. Y'all on camera, man. Y'all on camera, man. You think I'm lying, man? Y'all on camera, man. I gotta put the motherfucking is Mr. Two Hands Up. No spaces, no period. Just Mr. Two Hands Up. Just Mr. Two Hands Up, man. That's my Cash App, man. It's Mr. Two Hands Up, man. Mr. Two Hands Up, D-Town. Like, yo, the crazy thing is, bro, like, there was a time back in like 2015 or 2016 that I wanted Wilder to be the greatest thing since Wonder Bread slices, for real. I wanted him to be the greatest thing since Wonder Bread slices, and when a virgin fucking first get his first piece of ass, man. I wanted Wilder to be all that, man. But you want to know what? He never wanted to learn. When he dodged, you know what I'm saying, Klitschko, that let me know when they called him a baby, when he said he was going to unify the division and he never did that. I looked at this specimen, 6'7". I looked at all of the things that, you know what I'm saying, he was supposed to be, man. And the dude didn't take advantage of his size. He didn't take advantage of his athleticism. He didn't take advantage of his pop. He didn't take advantage of anything, man. Yeah, it said defender vacate. You already know. Yeah, that joint say defender vacate, D-Town. Salute, King. Man, what bullshit, hateful rhetoric. Get the fuck out of here, man. But they'll let Tucker Carlson on TV. Fuck is that about? I'm telling you, man, they've been after me for a while, man. Like, if I showed y'all my email account and stuff like that, I can't let you out. Like, yo, these bammers be wanting to strike me for everything. Warning, warning, like, yo, my shit is like this. There's a whole bunch of these in there, man. They don't want two hands to win at all. It's crazy to me. Oh, Canelo Alvarez? Exactly. I put all my faith in Jared Anderson. He is our next U.S. world champion. And when it comes down to it, man, I would love to see him and Anthony Joshua fight after Jared, you know what I'm saying, get to that point, man, because we know he's still a young prospect. Shout out to Jay Prince and them boys. They're bringing him along the right way. He's got the power. He's got the movement. He's got the speed. He's got the defensive prowess, man. I love Jared Anderson. Absolutely love him. Tony Yoka, love him too. My man's, god damn it, man. Like, what the fuck? Why am I having problems with names right now? Why did I just brain fart like that? My man, Philip Rgr, love him too. Shoot, I even love Joey DeWaco, little fat ass, because he willing to fight, man. Like, for real, the only person that I think is sus like crap, there's two, you know what I'm saying? Y'all told me that, I still ain't checking on my man. I forgot, y'all did tell me that, God damn it, just got Ronnie Shields fighter, that just went over the top rank. Y'all told me that he coming along. I feel like Frank Sanchez, this dude is 40 years old. He's overrated. Yo, that's one fighter that Eddie Ray knows. I think he's just overrated freaking trash, man. But Philip Rgr, Tony Yoka, Jared Anderson, like, you know what I'm saying? Guys like, you know, Joey DeWaco, he'll never be a champion, but he'll fight. You know, I just love guys like that, man. I just love tough guys, man. I'm a fan of tough guys, man. I like the tough guys. I love the Juggernaut too, man. Joe Joyce, man. Him and his fucking 2 mile per hour jab. Broken orbital. Yeah, man. I love Juggernaut Joe Joyce as well, man. Like, I'm a big fan of these guys. Apple houses, salute. Salute, 2 hands into everyone. My bad, y'all. Something interrupted my stream, but we back. We're back. We are back. Yeah, man. But I'm a big fan of the heavyweights, man. I think that we need to pay more attention to the cruiserweight division. I think we need to pay more attention to the of course, the 175 division. I think we're getting a lot of good fights is about to come out of there. Of course, you know, we need to put a lot more pressure on 160 pounds. Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to put a lot of we need to go on an assault on Triple G's Twitter, yo, and Eddie Hearn. We need to go on an assault on Eddie Hearn's Twitter. We need to go on an assault on Triple G's Twitter, and we need to, you know, and everybody that's affiliated with the zone, with that little twin, with that team. You know that guy that be walking around with Eddie Hearn that's like his number 2, you know, that's got the fucking frosted blonde tips and shit like that, that little dude and shit like that. I think he does his marketing or something like that. We need to put pressure on his Twitter too, because we need to get Triple G needs to fight Demetrius Andre, man. Not Jaime Munguia. He needs to fight Demetrius Andre. Because if Triple G fights Demetrius Andre, then we have Liam Williams, we have Demetrius Andre, we have showing up Majeki Selecki. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, what is your excuse now? Because he dominated Liam Williams, you know what I mean? And if he dominate because he's emo right now, but that's all right. He'll calm down, Ouija board. Don't mind him. Salute to you though. Salute to you though. I'm glad you're doing good tonight. He's in his panties in a bunch because he's mad right now because I said something about Manny Pacquiao. That's all. But you know, God bless him and everything that he do right now. You know, I hope he's not I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay though. I hope he is okay. Hold on, y'all. Shit, what the hell is my bro talking about? Give me 1 second. I guess I got a family emergency or something, but I ain't going off unless it's something serious. So just give me a second. We're going to get back to it. Where are you at? Yeah, Foolie, I'm home with what's the problem? You all right? Okay. You know, and Triple G is on the show. Has been garbage. His record is fabricated. The crazy thing about it is, though, Triple G should be a lot more appreciated than what he is, because Triple G won that first fight against Canelo, and that right there, you know, it definitely shows that, you know, the guys were avoiding Triple G at one point in time. But I felt like if Triple G wanted to help his case, he should have met at a catchweight with. He should have met at that catchweight with Andre Ward or something like that, because it trips me out that you won't do 165 catchweight with Andre Ward, but you'll do a 100. You'll go down to 154 to fight Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So Triple G has done things that doesn't necessarily help his case. And if you look at Triple G right now, he's milking a $100 million contract, and he has a guy right there that he could fight. And if he beats Demetrius Andre, I'm the biggest Triple G fan in the world. And Demetrius Andre, and even if he doesn't beat Demetrius Andre, if he goes out there and puts on, I'm still a fucking I'm still a fan. Carlos, there is no Pacquiao Mayweather debate. Hey guys, what have we been talking about over here the whole time? Have we been talking about Jedi, or have we just not been informed that, you know, Jedi is spazzing? Have I not said live on here that I wish this gentleman the best? I don't think that he's a bad guy. You know, it's no different than barbershop conversation, or if anybody in the comments was having conversations about boxing. Sometimes, you know, men, testosterone, and, you know, ideology leads to certain things. We ain't bagging on Jedi. We're not talking bad about him. I said I wish him the best regardless of whether he drank orange juice or cyanide. And I mean that. I don't have not one problem with boxing Jedi. Not one. But as I've stated before, if he wants to go that video route, if he think he want to go to war with me, y'all already know what I'm going to do. But as I've stated, I don't have a problem with him. I wish him the best. I was about to go to his city and throw it up with him and break bread with that man. So at the end of the day, none of these things change for me. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm a grown man. He a grown man. And how he deals with whatever the outcome of whatever our conversation is, that is on him. But for me, I'm not losing sleep, or I'm not crying over spilled milk. I've been, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? We cool over this bitch, man. We ain't tripping, man. We ain't tripping, man. We've been talking good boxing talk this whole time, man. We've been talking good boxing talk. We've been consistent, man. We done talked the heavyweight division. We done talked Josh Taylor and Ramirez. We've been talking everything, man. Everything but boxing Jedi and Manny Pacquiao. I can tell you that much. You know, there are going to be people that are going to go to Boxing Jedi's channel. I'm not even going to say that, but there are going to be people that go to Boxing Jedi's channel, and they're going to witness him say something. And rightfully so, Boxing Jedi has a right to use his platform to say some things about me, because I said shit about him. So I don't expect him to do anything other than that. But when you guys come back over here, just know that I'm just not going to entertain it. Just know that we're going to keep talking this boxing shit. So ask me a question about boxing, and that's what it's going to be. But if somebody comes in here and they ask a question, and if they're asking what the hell went on, I'm going to let it be known that I'm dismissive of it, and it's not something that I'm focusing all my attention and time on. I'm just answering the questions that are asked of me, because I made it very clear that I'm open and I'm available to ask all questioning, bro. I put my right hand on the God and my left hand on the Bible, yo. I'm not above being judged or critiqued. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. Whatever he's doing over there, just know that it's all good, and I'm not taking it personal, and I know he need to get that off his chest, so I'm willing to let him do that, and I'm willing to take whatever, you know what I'm saying, shots that he's taking. It's cool with me. Just know that it's cool. And I ain't going, does the Nui have a reason to be pound for pound number two? You could argue that. I would say this about Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue is definitely a pound for pound. He's definitely my pound for pound number three. He's one of my favorite fighters in the world. When Inoue signed with Osashi Gym back in 2012, I believe, when he turned pro, he was stipulated in his contract that he wanted to take on all the toughest fights possible. From his first fight to his second fight, when he became, I believe, he became world champion in like 5 fights or something crazy like that. And he's been fighting nothing but number one guys and going up in weight and beating the shit out of everybody. And you know, his resume is solid, man. Naoya Inoue has every reason to argue that he is definitely a top dog in boxing, and nobody can debate that to me, because if anybody is the definition of free smoke, it is the monster. And rightfully so, he deserves to have the name of the monster. And Louis Nery, man, miss me with that bullshit. God damn it. Just because I want to say, I'm fucked up. I've been having problems with names today. Casimiro, fall back. If he ain't no monster motherfucker, he gonna turn you into a kitten. He gonna turn you a grizzly bear about to eat a kitten, man. You a kitten, man. Well, all that tough guy man shit, man. Fight the monster, man. Why you go to PBC then, bitch? Huh? Why you over at PBC then? If you wanted to fight that nigga, huh? Why you over at the PBC then, you little bitch? And let's put this in perspective too, think cap. Why is everybody motherfucking mourning for Billy Joe Saunders when motherfucking Naoya Inoue, the monster, fought goddamn Nonito Donaire? His orbital bone got broken early from the hook, and still took one of the toughest left hooks in the lower weight class out of any division and motherfucking continued to go through it and won that motherfucking Ali trophy and all of the belts that came with it. So if that nigga can do it, man, what the fuck is wrong with Daniel Dubois? What the fuck is wrong with motherfucking Billy Joe Saunders? If Ebony Bridges and motherfucking Naoya Inoue willing to go through it, boy, it's different levels, man. That nigga, once he got his shit smashed in, once he got his shit pushed in, like the nigga said on training day. Pause. You ever got your shit pushed in? I got my shit pushed in. Yeah. When Billy Joe Saunders got his shit pushed in, what did he do? No. That nigga cashed it in, man. I'm just saying. You gonna have to kill me. Because I ain't going out like that. And if you don't think it's ever happened before, oh, believe me, it's happened to this one right here. And believe it or not, the myth, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people don't understand when you break bones and when bones heal, bones happen to come back stronger. Like that whole myth with, oh, you break something, it's going to break easy the next time. That shit is not true. You're looking at a dude that is broken so many goddamn bones in my face, growth plates in my elbow, knees, freaking ankle, fucking fractured foot, fucking, you know what I'm saying, 20 feet off the fucking dirt bike, face first in the fucking tree, all types of wild shit, man. I know what it's like. To get your shit cracked. When that nigga got his shit pushed in, it was all she wrote, man. And the crazy thing about it is, you dog Daniel Dubois for it. That's why I don't feel like nobody should show him any respect. But shout out to the classy Ebony Bridges for even, you know what I'm saying, for keeping it classy with that dude. But he don't deserve it because he shitted on goddamn Daniel Dubois for the same thing and said he wouldn't do the same thing. And he actually went out there and did it. So that shit is bad for him, man. Just make him look bad. And the fact that Canelo called that he was going to stonewall you in the 8th and did it, bro, you look crazy. Sam Shaw, salute. Hell no, Casimiro, don't want that smoke. Bitch ass nigga went to the PBC, man. The Prejudice Boxing Club, man. The poor boy boxing club, man. The punk bitch club, man. The pure bitch crew, man. The pony boy company, man. Let's keep it real, man. Yeah, cause his motherfucker kept dipping down to his fucking left and meeting that nigga and met his eye. Canelo was timing that shit the whole fight. Cause all he kept doing was dipping down low, trying to get out the way of the shot, and he walked right into it at his most pivotal point. He met that shot where it's gonna hit him the hardest, bro. And I thought it was gypsy magic, Slim. I thought it was that gypsy magic, Slim. I thought that's what it was. I thought the gypsies was in the building and it was gypsy magic. That nigga need to quarantine himself. He need to, look, Billy Joe Saunders going into quarantine after that ass whooping, man. That nigga walking around with hoodies, man. That nigga got fucking makeup on his eyes and everything, man. Nigga walking around beat up, man. Probably hiding in that barn. And I'm glad he got his ass whooped, man, for playing around with DV like that. If y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean? You don't play around with women in that DV situation, man. We don't do that, dog. You can't even joke like that, B. You can't even joke like that, B, because it really is women out this joint getting, you feel me? Like we don't play like that. We don't play like that. Like, yo, boxing is so soft, Slim. Boxing is so soft. You can't criticize certain boxers, but certain critique is okay. Because you want to know what trips me out? Everybody loves to come over here and listen to me fucking just dog Deontay Wilder. But when it's factual evidence, when it comes to Canelo Alvarez or Vasily Lomachenko or Triple G or Jaime Munguia or Ryan Garcia, these motherfuckers don't want to hear it. They don't. Well, guess what? Deontay Wilder isn't going to be my focal point because you enjoy it. No, I'm not doing it. When it's valid, yes, I do it. But other than that, this isn't a Deontay Wilder bashing channel. This is a boxing channel for niggas who drag they nuts. And for women who love niggas that drag they nuts. This ain't no... I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here in the spout. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man. This ain't no little teapot channel, man. These be making me mad, man. Like, we don't play when it come to DV, when it come to women. We don't play when it come to, you know what I'm saying? We don't play when it come to saying shit and not backing it up. We holding people accountable. This ain't just a place where people just come to use Deontay Wilder as a punching bag, because there are several people that should be used as a punching bag in boxing. But when I do that, everybody gets adverse to the situation. Nah. And I know why they be mad, because as good as that shit is for Deontay Wilder, if they like one of them niggas, it really hurts. Because I know my shits be with an impact, though. Like, I don't even know how I had this ability to, you know what I'm saying, to come up and, like, do these edits like this. I guess it's because I always wanted to be a producer of movies and shit like that. So it's just like I've been writing stories since forever. So it's nothing for me to, you know what I'm saying, make stories out of, you know, the real lives of these boxers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been a big fan of, you know, like the 30 for 30 type style and, you know, the all access type style and shit like that. So, you know, I try to I don't mirror my content, but I don't know. I've always been highly intrigued with that shit. So I guess it just translates when I do it, because it's something I've always done on paper, and proficient with drawing. So I used to draw little comics and shit like that. So I guess it translates to this now. But guess what? Motherfuckers don't like to hear it, man. But you should. You should want to hear it. And really, like, the problem with me is I have a problem with people that come over and listen to my content. A lot of people, they'll do this, right? They will comment before they hear the entirety of the situation. They won't listen to the whole entire, they won't listen to everything that I'm saying. As soon as they hear Canelo, as soon as they hear GGG or whatever, they check out. No, they don't hear me when I say I respect the guy. They don't hear me when I say, yo, I want to put him where he needs to be. They don't hear me when I say, like, yo, you just, like, I acknowledge, the skill set and all of these things. They only hear me when I say, fuck him. That's how I know people don't listen, because when I genuinely look at the comments, I can tell that people only listen to a snippet of it. And that's the problem with boxing fans. You can't stick around when it hurts your heart. I don't know why y'all invested in the cowards. Boxing wasn't never meant to be this, man. It wasn't never meant to be weak. It wasn't never meant to be for weak niggas and weak fans. My whole life I've been able to critique boxers and their habits, and I was used to the media pundits, reporters, and all of those people doing the same. Even when they were ready to exit the ring, they would critique them about their fight and who they need to fight next. When all of these things started changing, when fucking media pundits started leading people into questioning, when I watched Canelo's press conference, and the dude tried to sit up there and acknowledge with Canelo and say that Demetrius Andrade is born, and he said that a while ago. Why aren't you saying shit like, if he's such a horrible fighter, why don't you go ahead and get him out the way? Because that's the thing that all of the people want to see. Nobody says that. Nobody says that it'll be a great fight. Nobody says that they want to see Canelo get in this war. They just full on lead an agreement, and they don't ask those questions. That's why I designed this channel, to be for those tough questions. And if motherfuckers don't want to deal with it, then they just don't want to deal with it. But I'm just not used to this era of boxing and how people move in it, man. And I'm not used to the fans that play bodyguard instead of like truly listening to like the critique or watching the full story. Like, yo, when I put all the articles and the facts in there and people still don't gravitate to it, it just shows me, man, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, bro. You know what I mean? Peace, Mickey Dub. Playing is more trash. Boo Boo beats KO playing beats the shit out of him. And the thing about Boo Boo Andre, he's got underrated power, man. Now let's change gears, man, because we got to do this. What the fuck is up with Tyson Fury, man? What is up with Tyson Fury? What's up with this dude, man? Why is this dude trying to stonewall the biggest fight in the world? Why is this dude out there with Billy Joe Saunders talking about Eddie Hearn ain't looking out for his fighters, but then when he in Eddie Hearn presence, he sits and does the interview and say, yo, BBC is trash, but you're a great guy. And then you talk about making the fight, knocking the guy out in 3 rounds. And at the same time, Frank Warren is coming out and saying Tyson Fury isn't signing the contract until he sees a proof of bank funds and all of this shit. So it's evident that Tyson Fury is slowing up the battle, man. Do y'all honestly think Tyson Fury wants this smoke? 1, if you think he wants the smoke. 2, if you think he don't. Do y'all honestly believe Tyson Fury wants to smoke? 3, if you think Tyson Fury is trying to do everything to hold out this fight and get out this fight. Very sensitive, all it says, very sensitive fans, sensitive promoters, even sensitive networks. Dragonlad says Fury hitting that sack right now. Sad. All it says, Fury is a weirdo, and so were his fans. Facts. And the crazy thing is, nobody was a fan of Fury until he beat Deontay Wilder. So all that shows me is the delusional fans transition to fucking sucking one fucking ball sack to sucking another ball sack. It's fucking disgusting, man. Gargling nuts should be bad for your fucking health. It really should. Like I don't understand. I don't understand. Like gurgling nuts, that shit should be really fucking bad for your health. And all motherfucking the UK fans basically letting me know. And I got all of the info. You know, that Tyson Fury is a fucking joke. And he's just jealous of those who were in positions that he wasn't. Down to fucking David Price, all the way up to Anthony Joshua. And I heard Anthony Joshua blasted his ass in sparring. Blasted that nigga. So if knowing that, why you think he apprehensive, man? This nigga's about to get the most lucrative contract he ever had in his life, man. And you slowing that up for what? You talking about fighting Francis Ngannou. You talking about fighting Deontay Wilder again. Like, yo, this dude is a weirdo, man. No matter what Eddie Hearn goes out and accomplishes, man, these niggas try to act like it's not real. Like, and then I seen Fury at the fight. I'm not impressed. I seen Fury fight Otto Wallin. I'm not impressed. I seen Fury fight Steve Cunningham. I'm not impressed. I seen him uppercut himself in the face. Remember that? I think this fight should be announced right now. Right, Talk Sports comes out talking about the fight should be announced probably possibly this week for August 14th. My whole thing is, bro, stop putting out announcements about announcements. Nobody fucking cares. We're at the point where we're tired of hearing about this fight is being close to being made and nothing is happening with it, yo. I don't want to hear no more about it. I don't. Until you make the fight. Same thing when people were coming to me about the Billy Joe Saunders situation, but everybody ignored the fact that when Canelo was asked anything about the ring, Canelo said he doesn't know anything about what's in Billy Joe contract or any stipulations about what the ring size is supposed to be. That is something that you need to take up with Eddie Hearn and Billy Joe Saunders. He knows nothing about the ring size. So that just lets you know that there was some funny shit going on right there. And then they talking about some, Billy Joe saw the training ring and you know his dad saw the training ring and he went in. Y'all do you honestly think that Billy Joe wouldn't know that that's a training ring? Or do y'all think that that's something Eddie Hearn might have told y'all? Like, I don't believe everything I hear. So basically what I'm saying is, when I was hearing all of that bullshit through the week, I told people, the fight is going to be on, man. The fight is going to be on. This is all shit to sell tickets. This is all shit to get people more involved, get your feelings more riled up, because boxing fans are the most gullible people in the world right now. Not hardcore, like realists. Like, it's a difference between a realist and a boxing fan. Like I don't even call like realists. Like, I don't even call like the true fans of boxing, the hardcore. I don't even call them like hardcore. I don't even call them fans anymore. I just call them hardcore realists, because you're like, yo, these boxing fans, these casual niggas, they weirdos. They don't even know what they're interpreting. Like, yo, they like they had a problem with a man approaching somebody at a press conference. Like, I just let you know how weird boxing is. How dare you try to talk to him at a press conference? What the fuck? I'm pretty sick of Fury shit right now. When he took the belt off Wilder, I was under the impression that we'd have an AJ versus Fury fight right off the bat as a matter of urgency. Absolutely. How are we going to ignore that this is the same individual when, Dillian White finally got, his mandatory status? He said that he would do the Riddick Bowe. Huh? Y'all must have forgot. Hey, this dude's a coward, man. He's a coward. I'm going to finish this back. He's a coward, man. I'm just tired of the antics, bro. Because if we look at history and we look at what really was and what really is, man, it ain't Anthony Joshua that don't want to fucking fight. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? It ain't Anthony Joshua that don't want to fight. Right or wrong? Anthony Joshua been fighting. Yeah. Dragon leg. Niggas forgot. That nigga, remember when Dillian White got his mandatory status, he was going to do the Riddick Bowe. Yeah. I ain't forget, Deuce, I got y'all. Y'all my peoples, man. I got y'all, man. Fury talking smack about the lineal title and all of that shit. Look. Before I read the rest of that comment, I gotta let y'all know this right offhand. Fury has no lineal status. I repeat, Fury is not a lineal champion. I repeat again, Fury is not a lineal champion. And the reason I'm saying this is because when you are a boxer and you are a champion, once you pop dirty, once you do any drugs, all prestigious titles are stripped from you. You don't have lineal no more. When you lost your titles, when you lost your belts, all of that lineal status went right with it. Joshua was the one that beat fucking Vladimir. You dropped that shit. So Joshua picked up, just like Lennox Lewis and just like Lennox Lewis picked up off of lineal. Joshua picked up on that shit. For real, if anybody should be called the lineal champion, it should be Anthony Joshua. You give up all prestigious titles when you do shit like that. You see face with BJS quit on the stool, Kodak moment. Yeah, he was sick because he was the main one rallying, talking all of that gypsy magic shit. The gypsies in the building. He gonna give him a boxing lesson and knock him out round 11, round 12. Let's be perfectly honest here. Billy Joe Saunders didn't do anything more than what, you know what I'm saying, like he didn't do anything serious in that fight. He barely did. He barely did enough to stay in it, man. He didn't even start putting punches, more than 2 punches together until the mid rounds of the fight. He never really tried to engage with him. And to beat a guy like Canelo with a certain type of style that Billy Joe Saunders has, you have to put it on that man. You have to punch in bunches. You have to stay active. He wasn't willing to do that. So at the end of the day, when an individual can walk you down and not throw a freaking jab, and then just rally to knock you out in the 8th, I gotta question that when a nigga calls it, man. He's throwing his arm up, rallying the crowd. Wow. Like, yo, you gotta like really question that. Like, really, what is going on here, man? Like, let's really think about this, guys. What is going on in the boxing world when a dude says he's gonna knock you out in the 8th, doesn't even have to throw a jab, rallies the crowd in the 8th, and puts you on the stool to where you don't want to give up, to where you want to give up. And you did the bare minimum in there, and people are giving credit for what? I put out on Twitter immediately, this shit is going exactly the way I thought it was going to go. I was disgusted, man, because it's just like, yo, when we sit here and we talk about stuff on Reaper Gang Radio and it proceeds to go exactly the way that we all think it was, it's just like, yo, what else is there to talk about, man? Like, what are we watching, dog? We just watch. We going out here to watch. We going out here to watch Canelo, you know, abuse somebody, and then go home with a freaking with a new weird freaking WBC title that's all freaking like dressed, that's all souped up and all of that stuff on to look all great, bedazzled and bejeweled, man. That's it, man. It's like it's the Canelo Alvarez show, and I swear to God, some people is just happy to participate, and I ain't one of those dudes that want to participate. That fight wasn't nowhere. You right, Jeff. That fight wasn't even close, man. Like, for real, I don't even know how people gave him like, yo. When I heard Chris Mannix and Sergio Morris said, you know, Billy Joe Saunders is up 3 rounds to 2 right now, man, I wanted to throw a brick through my TV, man. That's why I watch fights with the sound off and then cut them joints up when people in their corners after the round, because I need to hear the delusions, bro. Because with the sound off, everything is revealed, Joe. There is no bias in boxing when you watch it with the sound off. You're only getting to, you know, and you're only getting to visualize exactly what you're seeing going on the screen. You know who jabbing who, you know who beating who, you know who doing what. Ain't no extra fugazi stuff going on, because when you hear the crowd, when you hear the commentators and stuff like that, it immediately psychologically sways your mind, and you start like seeing some whole different stuff that ain't going on. These are facts, man. All of this stuff is, man, boxing, they use psychological warfare in boxing too, man. Like yo, like for real. I just don't see it happening, Jeff. I just don't see it happening, dog. Like, I'm telling you, yo, anybody can be. I'm willing to take bets with about 5 or 6 people on this one, yo. Like, yo, Fury is getting knocked out, yo. Like, knocked out. Like Kobe. Son getting knocked out. Cold. Yeah, I love the film Memento, where the guy's got, like, you know, he forgets things. Like, he's got a really short-term memory and stuff like that, so he has to piece together everything, so he starts writing it down, picking up little mementos and stuff like that. Great movie. I actually own that movie. I need to find it. It's actually in my DVD catalog, and niggas don't watch DVDs no more, so I need to get me I need to get a copy of that joint on my Blu-ray or something. because I probably bought that DVD probably 3 times. It's one of my favorite movies. Great movie. Great movie. Is Crawford lineal champion at 147? The real question, Pacquiao versus Bradley, 3 was for lineal. Pacquiao won Horn. Horn beat Pacquiao. Crawford beat Horn. So wouldn't that make him lineal? You said just smoking the wrong weed. Y'all are so crazy, man. I think that Fury, man, look, man, when I seen Otto Wallen operated mid-range from Fury, mid-range to up close, keep him at bay, and just constantly put that southpaw jab on him or whatever, and just work him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, okay, what is all this great stuff people talking about with Tyson Fury? I would just love for people to go back and watch that fight with the sound off and see what was going on with Tyson Fury, and then like, yo, ask yourself, you think Anthony Joshua, if he can put a pussy the size of a motherfucking the size of Don Juan's prostitute's vagina on the top of fucking Fury head, then what do you think Anthony Joshua going to do? My God. That dude is too damn big. Like, yo, that whole herky-jerky, fake-ass fainting shit he doing, I ain't never seen Fury beat nobody by fainting, man. Fury beats niggas by leaning on them and taking their advantages away by smothering them. Big boy style. Big boy status. Big boy status. He said DL smoking hover riders. Y'all are freaking relentless, man. Relentless with the approach. I just, man, look, just Fury ain't put me in no way. If Fury would have went back and fought Vlad a second time, I think we all would have a different view of Fury. If Fury would have went back and fought Vlad a second time. Yeah, Fury not a lineal champion. Like I said, all those things get stripped from you when you pop dirty. When you pop dirty, all that stuff gets stripped from you, man. Like, for real. All Anthony Joshua got to do is, you know what I'm saying, stick a little Hostess cake in his pocket or whatever, man, and Fury will be completely distracted the whole fight. Just stick a honey bun in your pocket, and Fury just going to be distracted the whole night, and just sprinkle the floor with a little bit of cocaine, man, I promise you. Fury going to be distracted the whole night. You don't think AJ can beat Wilder? Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say about that, yo. But you know, I hear you. I hear you, Holmes. I hear you, Illis, yo. If that's your opinion, you know what I'm saying? I respect it. I just disagree. You know what I mean? Like I think AJ. I think, you know, when it come down to it, I don't see Usyk beating AJ. None of them boys beating him, man. None of them, man. I don't see none of these cats beating the bull, man. Said I feel bad for AJ because he has a lot of his time. He had a lot of his time wasted. Man, AJ still young in his prime, man. AJ barely 30, what 30, 31, maybe. Like AJ's had a shorter amateur career. He's accomplished a lot. He's a 2-time unified champion, and right now he's in the driver's seat for the biggest fight in the world. So AJ's time was spent wisely. Has more active top 10 heavyweight wins than any other heavyweight in the division. He spent his time wisely. You know what I mean? He's bodied the people. Every time he's winning that ring, people doubted him, and he's proved them wrong every time, and he's still living in the realm with nothing but doubts. And when I look at Anthony Joshua, he is the one that shows you continuous progression, bro. Anthony Joshua. Tony Line, salute, family. Glad you in the building. You know, AJ still got 5 more years of his prime left. 5 more years, man. 5 more years. Time well spent. If you know he goes out there and he blasts Tyson Fury, I don't see Fury coming back for the rematch. You're gonna see the true quitting Fury. You know, I just think that Anthony Joshua, out of all of the heavyweights, Anthony Joshua is willing to take chances where other guys weren't, because we got to understand, Vladimir Klitschko, correct me if I'm wrong, was it the 17th fight? Was it the 17th? It was between the 17th and the 19th fight, correct? He fought Dillian White. Dillian White was his 15th fight or some shit. Ain't that right? Well, I get it. He's young, got it all. I'm talking about the amount of time wasted by Wilder, Big Baby Miller, and now Fury fucking around. Absolutely. It's like this, man. It's like they try to age dude out. It's like Pacquiao try to age out Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't work, dog. Like you like, yo, when a nigga is just better than you, he's just better than you, bruh. Like, yo, Big Baby Miller showed how scared he was at AJ. Like, this man was on PEDs, growth hormones, taking shots in his ass. He was on D-ball. Man, this nigga was on every type of ball you could think of, yo. Like, this dude was scared shitless. AJ was going to put a freaking dent, like all the way through his skull, man. Like, that boy was scared, man. He was really scared. Just seen a clip of Bruce motherfucking Van Chandler, Frank saying Fury ain't signing till he's guaranteed an amount of money. He's gonna price himself out and fight Wilder. I was literally just talking about that. So all that signifies is the fact that you're trying to find any way. You're the one holding up the fight, because at the end of the day, like, nobody wants to lose their position, bro. But like, yo, if you are as great as you say you are, you know, there shouldn't be anything on your mind other than conquering the other person that holds a majority of the hardware, and especially if they're in the same country as you. Yo, there can't be two kings on one castle, bro. It can't. Like, yo, you can't even have neighbor. You can't even have a neighbor, Slim. Like, yo, it can't be two males in one pride, man. It don't work out like that. Never. There's never two male lines in one pride, bro. It can only be one. So for me, all of that holding it up, all of that wanting to wait it out and all of that, it ain't going, yo, get it done. Like, why are you so scared, yo? Like, I thought you were so tough. Yo, when I hear people say AJ don't have no chin, you want to know what's funny to me? AJ only been fighting top 10 heavyweights. So the person he got dropped by was supposedly a top 10 heavyweight who just went life or death with Joe Parker and arguably beat him if it wasn't in New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? Like, them dudes would have probably met earlier. And Tyson Fury has been knocked on his ass by journeymen. Journeymen. So who has the weaker chin here? Tyson Fury is known to be the stronger person. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury got the chin of Bambi, man. Bambi chin. Bambi. That fool Fury been knocked down by journeyman. Anthony Joshua been knocked down by so-called top 10 heavyweights. So that's why when I evaluate so-called chins or whatever, and he been knocked down by Dr. Steelhammer. That's it. One of the greatest heavyweights of all time. All time. Like, it's different, bro. So it's like, yo, when we measure it, it's like, yo, who are you taking shots from? And the shot that he took from Andy Ruiz, that shit caught him on the back of the freaking temple, dog. Like, yo, there's some shots when that joint hits you, everything's shutting down. Like my power this morning. Like, that joint power down, dog. Like you know, like when Austin Trout got hit on the chin by Canelo, his legs just went from underneath of him in a chicken noodle soup, man. Because there's certain buttons you can press to easily shut down them legs, man. That brain just like, oh shit, I forgot what the fuck is going on around here. He showed hard against Vlad, but not against Andy. If you get knocked down and you constantly get up and you down on your feet, man, you showing heart. That man never quit, not once. Even the referee said he didn't even quit. He said he was trying to buy time. That's why you spit out the mouthpiece, just like Diego Corrales when he fought Luis Castillo and put on arguably like my favorite fight of all time. Next to, you know what I'm saying, Vander Holyfield, and next to George Foreman and Ron Lau. I feel like, you know, Luis Castillo and Diego Corrales put on one of the best fights of all time, and it was over for Diego Corrales. So what did Diego Corrales do? Spit out his mouthpiece to buy time, and he got out and knocked him out. The difference between Diego Corrales and Anthony Joshua is he didn't get caught with a fucking temple shot on the back of his head that knocked his dick strings loose to where his legs couldn't operate. Anthony Joshua still tried to regroup and fight back or whatever. So that just shows you there ain't no quitting his blood. And even when the referee asked him, he was like, yeah, I can fight. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you getting whooped on, and at the end of the day, he wasn't even willing to be like, yo, I'm going to live another day. Slim was just trying to buy time. I think that, you know what I mean, sitting what Billy Joe Saunders did, that was quitting. Billy Joe Saunders didn't even try to get up. He didn't even try to fight back. That's quitting. You're making me mad, man. I don't know, boxing. Like fanboy. AJ took white best hook. Yeah, man, AJ strong, man. AJ's known to be, you know what I mean? He can take a punch, man. AJ ain't no sucker, dog. Like, he definitely ain't no sucker. He definitely don't got no weak chin. I think that's a narrative, man. Try to make this dude look like, yo, it's like, yo, out of all of his proficiencies, it's like niggas try to find a deficiency in this man, and the deficiency is in his clinching. But I mean, he actively working and getting better. I can't say that about Tyson Fury. Like, yo, I don't even think people really acknowledge Tyson Fury's weaknesses, man. Like, yo, this dude is not no fucking great boxer, dog. Like, yo, it make me sick, man. It make me sick that motherfuckers really think this dude is that fucking great, man. It make me sick. That nigga is not like that, man. He is not like that. And don't get it twisted. I give credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? And when I evaluate them both, I critique them both. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury a lot. But I just got to be honest when I say that, in my opinion, he is not that guy. He ain't. When you always swim a shark, at some point you will get bit. But if you swim a goldfish like Fury, you always stay safe. That's a fact. I wish I could pin that comment right there. You know what I mean? When you always diving in the deep end, dog, yeah, you gonna meet some predators. And you're gonna get nicked up. But when you out this joint fighting niggas that you literally are holding in your arms at the weigh-in, kissing them in their mouth at the weigh-in, staring them in their eyes and the face off, and kissing at the weigh-in, what the fuck are we talking about here? Is any of those opponents gonna come out and they're gonna fight? If the last three opponents he kissed in the mouth, one of them he held. The fuck? I'm tripping. Like really? How good is this dude, man? What makes this dude so good, man? Who did he beat that makes this dude so good, man? Tell me. Who did he beat? Who did Tyson Fury beat that make Tyson Fury this King Kong Ring Magazine belt holder? Why is it that Anthony Joshua unifies the division 2 times and they put him number 3 in the rankings? And they don't put no Ring Magazine belt on the line when he fights Andy Ruiz. They put that shit on the line for Tyson Fury after fighting Tom Schwartz, after fighting fucking Francisco Pianetta, after fighting Otto Wallin getting exposed, and after fighting Deontay Wilder. And you want to know the thing about that? The Ring Magazine is supposed to be designated for people who fight top 10, top 15 fighters, right or wrong. So if we look at the history of the Ring Magazine belt, and if we look at what Anthony Joshua has accomplished, and we look at what Tyson Fury has accomplished, why did Tyson Fury get the shot at? Why did Tyson Fury get the ring? Why did Tyson Fury get the ring belt? I swear to God, man, I really need this fight to happen, man, because I want everybody to report to the bridge for blow up, yo. I want everybody to report to Reaper Gang Radio for blow up after this fight happens, because the boy is going down and he going hard. And the way he hit that canvas with Deontay Wilder, when Joshua hit him, he ain't getting up. It's going to be a knockout. 5 rounds. 6 at best. 5th round knockout. I just don't see like, yo, I'm like, oh man, this nigga, man. This nigga gets fat, don't give Ladd a rematch, come back, fight a whole bunch of motherfucking tomato cans on the wedding band, man. And this nigga's the Ring Magazine fucking WBC champion, man. Kill me now! The fuck? You can't make this stuff up. The dude who uppercuts himself in the mouth. The dude who uppercuts himself in the mouth. The dude who gets dropped by a cruiserweight. The dude who fought 3 people that kiss him in the mouth. And 1 dude who puts a pussy in his forehead and saw finger fucking that joint with the glove. And Deontay Wilder is the Ring Magazine's WBC champion of the world. The Ring Magazine is only supposed to say designated for people who fight top 10 contenders. He don't do that. So how did he get it? Why is Anthony Joshua ranked under him? And oh my God, kill me now. I don't get it. Why is he so great? Why is Anthony Joshua so hated and put underneath him? This isn't designated to Jeff. This is at the world. I'm speaking to the world. Why is Tyson Fury so great? He ain't never defended a title. He's never, ever, 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 ever defended a world title. He was willing to Riddick Bowe the title as soon as he got it because Dylan White was his mandatory. Why is he great? Why? What has he done that says, I'm that dude? Because I watched the dude go through it all. I watched the dude take a loss, go back out in the street, play basketball in the same city he got thumped in, and literally shook hands and talked to the people, had to deal with niggas talking about, yo, don't take no losses to no more fat dudes. Went in the media rematch, got it back, 2-time unified champion, and what did they do? They still rank him 3rd in the world. And why wasn't the Ring Magazine championship on the belt on the line? That fight happened before Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, correct? Correct? So what is it that Tyson Fury has done that makes him the Ring Magazine champion? Considering that Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz's second fight was before February 22nd. Why is it him? This shit is crazy. If the boxing outfits, if they playing stupid, if they got agendas, if they pushing narratives, if they're faking on the opposition, if they faking on people's records and stuff like that, if they mixing it up, trying to make dudes look weak, if the media outlets is sitting there trying to make it look like this dude doing something great, then people are actually wearing that. 1 minute he the most hated guy in the world. Next thing you know, he got all of Deontay Wilder's cock gobblers hanging by his testicles, man. This shit don't work like that. That's why the powers that be, being us, YouTube channels, and shit like that, we ain't supposed to suck up to that shit. You ain't supposed to be accepting of that shit. You ain't supposed to go ahead and pop fly and acknowledge that shit. You're supposed to be like, what the fuck happened here? And they don't do it. That shit cute? What What makes him the Ring Magazine champion of the world if everybody thought Deontay Wilder was fucking hot garbage with juice dripping out the hole in the fucking bag? He was the fucking stinking ass juice dripping out the hole in the bag. So now Tyson Fury is a fucking Ring Magazine belt holder, WBC champion. The WBC, I get it. He beat the man. But the Ring Magazine belt put on the line before Anthony Joshua went in his unification and fought fucking for the unified titles, considering he holds all of the titles except one, and the Ring Magazine belt isn't on the line of that. I'm sorry, but the law of averages tell me 1 + 1 = 2, and that shit won't do. How does it make sense? Fury has to be good, because otherwise, fuck boy, Fantastic and Mr. Wilder must have been shit, and that means the dudes that he beat were shit, and it's too hard for fans and the media to be real about it. Complete shit, complete trash, complete garbage, hot garbage. Few of those dudes took a dive. None of those guys were real. A lot of these dudes, man, oh my God, boy. Gerald Washington, Johan Duhaupas, goddamn Permain Stiverne, fucking Luis Ortiz. He getting basically standing nates and shit. Doctors coming in looking after this man and shit like that. He wasn't even knocked down. Now all of a sudden Tyson motherfucking Fury come back making up all these excuses, talking about Deontay Wilder is the most ferocious puncher in boxing history. So Deontay Wilder hits harder than George Foreman. Deontay Wilder hits harder than fucking Tyson Fury hits harder than Ernie Shavers? Ernie fucking Shavers? Hold up. Tyson Fury hits harder than Deontay Wilder hits harder than Mike Tyson, Ernie Shavers, George Foreman, and Smoking Joe Frazier? Do we hit harder than Jake LaMotta too? Do we hit harder than Rocky Marciano? Comparably pound for pound, do we hit harder than Roberto Duran? Do we hit harder than comparably pound for pound? Do we hit harder than Marvelous Marvin Hagler? Who does this nigga, why is he the most notorious, ferocious puncher that boxing has ever seen? How could you disrespect the gentleman that I just named with that bullshit? Or is it because you're bullshit? How? How? Ring Magazine bell holder. Come on, man. Talk to me, man. Somebody talk to me, man. Take what he says with a grain of salt. He's a bullshitter. Look, even if you a bullshitter, fam, how do you disrespect the great heavyweights that came before you? You know the competition levels ain't on par with what they doing. You know them boys gave blood, sweat, and tears. You know they got freight trained, super unnatural power. You know them boys been breaking hella bones, jaws, and everything that came before you. And when dudes get knocked out, they completely shut their lights out. Yo, I would love to see. God rest his soul. God rest Smoking Joe Frazier, the most ferocious hook boxing has ever seen. The best dipping hook boxing has ever seen, right or left. I would love for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury to sit in the same room with Ernie Shavers, to sit in the same room with Joe Frazier, to sit in the same room with Mike Tyson and say that Deontay Wilder is the most ferocious puncher in the world while cameras are all on him. And I would absolutely love to hear the response. Wouldn't you? I would love to hear the response. You don't look. What is known in boxing? What is known in boxing? If you're not a champion until you what? You're not a champion until you what, yo? Until you what? You're not a champion until you what? Come on, man. Let's do it. You're not a champion until you what? Berlanga's a fucking joke. David Benavidez will eat that nigga food. When David Benavidez called that man out, crickets. Crickets, bitches. Shake my head. I never bought into anything Wilder Fury talking him up to boost his own name. Wilder hitting stiffs, all types of hype. If you a minor, you in front of Wilder's hand, you will shatter. Sheep by that shit. Yeah, when you fighting fucking tomato can cab drivers and shit like that, they just and niggas that they just pulled out the holy moly donut shop. Yeah, you looking real strong. You looking real strong. Might I add you? You fighting 7-Eleven fucking. You fighting customer service opponents. Yeah, man, you looking real strong, bro. I give it to you. Tough guy shit. Real nigga shit. Tough guy. Toughest nigga I ever seen in my life. Real spill. Exactly, Tony Lyons. You're not a champion until you defend your belt at least one time. So I ask, has Tyson Fury ever done that shit? Has he ever defended a belt? Oh, no, he hasn't. This dude, like, yo, single-handedly got to come back and frickin', you know what I'm saying, just finesse people pocket. Man. Like, when I tell y'all this shit pissing me off more than anything in the motherfucking world, when these illegitimate fucking cocksuckers get to come in fucking boxing, make a motherfucking whole shitload of money, disrespect the fucking legends that came before them that really put in the motherfucking work, and they don't get the hell one lick a bit responsible for it. I'm telling you, I hate them motherfuckers, man. I don't understand it. When you got your hands tied behind your back and you're not throwing no fucking punches, yeah, it's easy to make it look like you schooled them per round. But let's not sit up here and act like that shit wasn't the most boring fucking fight in the world. That fight was so freaking boring. Like, yo, let's be serious here. That fight was 1000% trash. How many people watched that joint more than one time? Because if you did, you'd have to identify with the fact that I understand why this guy is overweight. I understand why this guy come back and fight him again. I understand why this guy took Twinkie time. You would have to acknowledge that. That nigga's a clown. Straight up. Straight up. And these dudes let him come back and just disrespect somebody who been really walking through it doing the right way. I said this on my own channel. I said, yo, all the nigga needed to do was let his hands go. But the fact that he got in Vlad's head so much because they had history with Crump and Emmanuel Stewart and all of that, he had that man beat before he got in the ring. He did. That's how Fury won that fight. And then when they had to face off for the second fight, what did Vlad say? All I had to do was let my hands go. Sometimes you need to see tape. Sometimes you need to see tape because when you're in the ring, you can't see certain things that are going on. But when you get to see that tape, you get to see what it is, man. And how many times we watched that shit? It wasn't even about, if the decision was right or wrong, you know what I mean? It was more or less like, yo, this nigga Manny Pacquiao, you know what I mean, is supposed to be one of the greatest fighters that ever fucking lived, and just to hear that dude make an excuse about his fucking shoulder and everybody ride for him on that behalf, that was the shit that just really fucking floored me. Because I'm just like, damn, it's just funny where some people can make excuses and it's acceptable and others just can't. He too shook to even fight someone who can fight. Makes me more pissed off when them fools claim Fury is number one. Facts. That's what I was just going off about. How in seven hells does Tyson Fury get the Ring Magazine belt? Like, yo, the Ring Magazine belt is supposed to be it's supposed to be the most prestigious belt in boxing, and those who have it are those who engage with those who are top 10 fighters. You're not fighting bums holding the Ring Magazine belt. Well, guess what? They're going to lift it from you. Shit. Should have took that shit from fucking Callum Smith as soon as he fought John Ryder. I always thought that the Ring Magazine belt was supposed to be reserved for the top dogs, man. Fury ain't a top dog, man. Fury beat Wilder, man. And the whole world praises him. And the whole world praises him for beating Deontay Wilder like Deontay Wilder wasn't motherfucking hot dumpster juice. He was hot dumpster juice. Then when Fury got a hold of him, this dude was the greatest thing ever. Ever. I don't get it. How y'all think Devin Haney gonna fare against Jorge Linares? I think that shit got the makings to be a great fucking war, man. Great fucking war. Fucking plane flying over my house. Yeah, man. I think he's gonna give him a boxing lesson, man. I think you know both of them got a decent boxing acumen, man. So I think they're gonna put on a hell of a show, man. And I think that, you know, I wonder what the conversation is gonna be around Devin Haney once he goes out there and shows out on Jorge Linares. I wonder how people are gonna big him up, because I know how people look at Ryan Garcia after he beat Luke Campbell. So I want to know how people are gonna look at Devin Haney after he beats the guy that beat Luke Campbell. Fury shouldn't even be considered in the all-time list. Fury shouldn't even be a fucking thought of the all-time list. You know what I mean? Like yo, you beat a guy, you beat a manufactured guy that we always just waiting for to get in the ring with the right person. He just had to be stupid enough to fall in the trap. And he did. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? It takes somebody like Tyson Fury who's easily touchable to get a hold of you. To get a hold of you. That's it. I find it like, I would give Tyson Fury all of the respect in the world if Tyson Fury fucking like would have fought Dylan White, or, you know, Tyson Fury had so many opportunities. Tyson Fury could have been fought Anthony Joshua. When Anthony Joshua opened that slot on, I believe, April 19th in Wembley, somewhere within that week or something like that, had that slot available. Luis Ortiz didn't want to take it. Tyson Fury didn't want to take it. Deontay Wilder didn't want to take it. Nobody wanted to fight this guy. Nobody. Then Luis Ortiz has the audacity to put out, oh, you know, a big baby fall apart, I'll jump in the ring. They offered this fool Luis Ortiz $7 to $10 million, and he wouldn't even fight him. And then try to lowball him. I'm telling you, man, boxing show you everything you need to know. You just got to be smart enough to decipher it. Like I said, man, if you're waiting for somebody to tell you the truth in an article in boxing, and you're not looking for the truth on your own, you're never going to find it. You're going to be like one of these motherfuckers. You're going to be like one of these motherfuckers. Walking around with a goddamn diaper on your face. Stupid as hell. Haney is huge too, and Linares got sparked when he tried to go to 140. Yeah, man, I think, you know, Haney's had a lot of time to heal. I think Haney knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world is looking for a certain thing out of Haney. And I think Haney is really going to go out here to really, really make a movie out of Jorge Linares, due to the fact that, you know, there's a lot of unfair criticism when it comes to Devin Haney. You know, the ones that are real, you know, I give, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I can't say shit about that. But I feel like, you know, there was always a lot of unnecessary criticism toward him. So all I'm saying is, man, when it comes to fighters, I just expect people to, you know, show them the respect that they deserve, man, when they doing this shit that's respectful, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are we always bigging up the dudes that is just doing the easiest shit? I don't get it, dude. Carlos, you just talking shit now. Fury ain't beat no one. AJ offered Fury a fight, but Fury picked Wilder instead. Again, Fury going the safe way. Yo, you chose Wilder over a career high payday. These are facts. These are facts. He chose Wilder over a career high payday. These are facts. Where my phone go? Oh shit, I forgot my brother was in trouble. He chose Wilder over a career high payday. Why is that? Why would you choose Wilder over a career high payday and all of the belts? Well, the majority of the belts. Because you ain't want to fight that man because you knew you had a risk of losing. My thing is, man, I think a lot of these dudes, man, is like, yo, for people who say, you know, like, you know, the L doesn't, you know, you're not defined by the L. I need to go get something to drink. When you're not defined by the L and, you know, you can bounce back from it or whatever. These things are very true. But if you're not willing to fight the tough guys, and if you're not willing to put yourself in a position to where you could potentially lose, like, really though, Really though? What is it? Is the floor still sticky? Oh shit, I cleaned it right. My bad, y'all. I spilled a bunch of tea and shit on my floor earlier. Yeah, man. So if you're fighting the right fights, guys, like we're not critical of that. I think we're critical of individuals that are fighting all of the wrong fights, getting kudos like they're fighting the right fights. And that's bullshit to me, man. That's bullshit to me. Like people took all of 2020 to disrespect Devin Haney when that man was going through shoulder surgery. Shoulder surgery. Bounce back. Disrespect that man. You know what I mean? Disrespect that man. He chased down Vlad. He did everything. Like, yo, this man chased down Vasily. Like, yo, he did everything he tried to do to get the best fights. And people disrespected that man when that man was man down off an injury. If you're not going to back up your mouth, then you shouldn't run it about other fighters. These are facts. These are facts. Like, yo, we're not going to sit up here and shit on other fighters when y'all niggas ain't even willing to get in the ring with them. We're not doing that. Fuck, give me 1 second. All right, got it. I got it. Yeah, we're not doing that. You know, like, so that just shows you the hypocrisy. It just shows you the favoritism. It just shows you the fucking, like, you know, like, just like, yo, like, these dudes are fake, bro. Now, do y'all think that Devin Haney gonna get the credit he deserves? It's here on YouTube. It's facts. He was offered 60-40 and Fury wasn't even worth 30 at that point. Yo, you can go back on my channel and you can see that I put out all of this information. Like, it's not like, you know, it's some top secret classified shit. I put out all of this information. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't classified. It ain't something that motherfuckers don't know. I put out all of this information. And the thing is, these are proven facts. It isn't something that we're making up. This man ducked this man on a career high payday, chose Deontay Wilder instead of choosing greatness, man. I don't get it. So when is shit going? Fury beat one guy. Facts, Javi, salute. He beat one guy, bro. One. Y'all see why I go off so much. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get all more light. God said, let there be light. And it was so. Carlos is saying that it's not true that Fury didn't get an offer. Well, Carlos, you know, I'm more than willing to prove you wrong, man. Give me 1 second. I'm more than willing to prove you wrong. Just give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Because it is a known fact that during the time that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury wasn't going through the fight, and Deontay, and this was after December, they fought on December 1st of 2018, correct? December 1st of 2018? Cleno Alvarez, salute. If he fought Fury on December of 2018. After that was over, they weren't even in negotiations in the rematch. Deontay Wilder gets unclothed. So Deontay Wilder, so Anthony Joshua was trying to make the fight with Deontay Wilder first, because that's the fight everybody wanted to see. The Zone tried to invest $100 million in Deontay Wilder's pocket. He turned it down. Tyson Fury said that he wanted a flat rate. He would take a flat rate, a percentage of the purse. And Tyson Fury turned it down. That's how we got all the way down the line to mentioning the Luis Ortiz's of the world. To mentioning, that's how Big Baby got in that position, because those guys weren't willing to fight at Wembley. And they had, boxers usually need 3 months. 3 months. January, February, March, April. It was more than enough time for him to make that fight. But I'm about to pull up the article. Give me 1 second. Okay. Shit. Because there's so many, Okay, here we go. You see this right here? I know it's kind of fucked up, but, oh, it's backwards, but. Tyson Fury offered, okay, this is Sports Joe. Tyson Fury offered Anthony Joshua a fight on April 13th at Wembley. Eddie Hearn is desperately trying to fill his long book slot at Wembley on April 13th. Last year, Hearn doubled up and booked Wembley for 2 dates, the 22nd of September 2018 and April 13th of 2019, in the hope of having Anthony Joshua headline 2 monster shows. The first saw Joshua stop Alexander Povetkin in the 7th round of the clash last autumn. And the plan for the second fight was to have AJ meet the winner of the last month's Los Angeles showdown between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. The controversial split draw in California threw a spanner in the works. And rumors have since emerged which claim that Joshua may instead travel to the United States to fight Jarrell Miller, or that Dillian White may take the April date. And remember, Dillian White didn't want to take the $5 million flat fee. While there have been more far-fetched suggestions that Vladimir Klitschko is considering coming out of retirement to return to Wembley. One thing for sure, and that's that Eddie Hearn doesn't anticipate Joshua versus Wilder taking place. Well, to say Deontay Wilder's camp has gone quiet, that's saying it lightly, Hearn told Sky Sports. Probably up to 6 unanswered emails now. So he offered him a flat rate. He tried to fight him. He tried to fill a spot at Wembley. And I'll even pull up the article if necessary to show that even Tyson Fury was asking for it. So, at the end of the day, men lie, women lie, and articles and numbers don't, man. And Tyson Fury's been known to speak out of the side of his fucking mouth, say he wants shit, and he ain't willing to take it. Tyson Fury could have been had this fight. So when I think about shit like this, and I think about what's going on right now, it make all the sense in the world. Why did he pick Tyson? Why did he put Deontay Wilder? Because it would have made him a champion again. It was so easy. If we can sit up here and say, let's get this straight. If we'll sit up here and say that Tyson Fury cherry-picked Deontay Wilder and not the other way around, what the fuck more are we talking about? Feel me? That's just what it is, man. Tyson Fury. What's that smell? Do you smell that? Oh, yeah, that's the smell of... I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. 60-40, man. 60-40. He wanted no parts of it. And remember Eddie Hearn said what? Eddie Hearn said what? Eddie Hearn said, yo. He said, man, and then he was even willing to increase that. He's willing to increase that after the Deontay Wilder shit. Because to be perfectly honest, AJ the cash cow in this situation. All of them boys did was bust the gate in Las Vegas. They never fucking, they didn't even break even when it came to pay-per-view sales. So Eddie Hearn could have really, flexed on that man. And for real, it should be kind of like a 70-30 situation. But the fact that he holds the title and he wants Anthony Joshua to have them belts, and Anthony Joshua don't give a fuck. Anthony Joshua is willing to give up 50-50 to get a hold of that man. If a nigga that don't even owe you 50-50, who fills up 90,000 in arenas, he don't have to give you fucking, he can fight fucking anybody and make that. He can fight anybody and make that bread. He don't necessarily owe you 50-50. But the reason he's willing to jump out the window and pay you that much money and acquiesce in situations where he wouldn't necessarily bend, that tells you That tells you that he wants his motherfucking head. He wants his head. I just spit right on myself. Yuck. Right? He wants his head. And it ain't the other way around. How many offers has Tyson Fury ever sent Anthony? Has Tyson Fury ever sent Anthony Joshua offer to fight? Has he? Has Tyson Fury ever tried to fight Anthony Joshua? Or is it the other way around? Has Deontay Wilder ever tried to fight Anthony Joshua? When it came down to the so-called $50 million and won a proof of funds, when we already know that was a breach of contract because they were trying to get the money from BT Sports, when we know Anthony Joshua was contracted with Sky. I don't see how we got lost in translation here. When we know these are facts. Carlos, you've been around for a long time. You know that 60-40 shit. You know it. I feel like if two dudes have title belts, they should be forced to fight each other next. The whole game should be, if you want a belt, you have to legally fight undisputed or towards it. Those who hold the whole purpose of this shit for belt holders should be to get all the belts, and no stack of bills or Dixon suits ought to be stood in the way of that. That's facts. And on one shit, for real, Pete, there was one live stream that I did possibly like a few weeks ago. I don't remember which Reaper Gang, I don't remember which Reaper Gang radio episode it was, but I was sitting there saying, I said the promotional outfits or the sanctioning bodies need to come up with some way that if, say, somebody unifies and the other person say unifies, it should be a forced issue that these individuals should fight each other. If one person has 3 parts of the hardware, the other person has 1, he should be forced to fight the champion. If one person has 2 pieces of the hardware and the other person has 2, the promotional outfit should have something in play or something contractually in writing where these individuals have to fight each other. It should literally be like law that if there are two unified champions sitting in the same division, they should be fighting for undisputed. Or if there's a 3-in-1 situation, it should be forced to a fight for undisputed. Period. No ifs, ands, buts about it, because we wouldn't have these problems with Errol Spence and Tyson and Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford would, after the Ugas fight, Errol Spence would have to put up a shut up. You know, I think that they should have to fucking come together, kind of like the Infinity Stones in fucking Infinity War with Thanos. Like, you got to bring the rings together. All of the rings should fold and clinch under one fist. It shouldn't be a separation of the powers. Like the powers that be, yes, you operate individually, but when it comes to the part to where they unify, that's when it becomes team shit. It's no different than Voltron or anything like that. It's no different than the fucking Power Rangers. Individual power, but once it starts to unify, that's when you got to bring it all together. So what I'm saying is, yo, fuck that. Take all of the Infinity Stones and wrap them under one fist. And there should be something in writing that does so. And I think that it has been too long that we've been under this process that this shit does not happen. And I think that there should be a legitimate change to what is going on in the sport of boxing that is stonewalling us from having these fights. We got bitch ass dudes like freaking Golden Boy who fucking Canelo just outed their whole promotion outfit. Oscar De La Hoya does absolutely nothing, who goes over to Triller and who tries to jump on that freaking boat and tries to get a hold of those persons instead of, because you're not happy with the fact that Eddie Hearn wants to make certain type of fights with your fighters. You trying to hate on the promotional outfit that's getting you paid when y'all supposed to work hand in hand. I feel like this. There's only, like, yo, don't become that other guy that creates a divide between the division, Joe. Because here's the thing about boxing, guys. The money is always going to be there. But the money will evaporate in a heartbeat if we continue to have these individual success stories that don't have anything to do with promoting the bigger picture here. The one above all. The one above all. Because clearly, fight fans have showed time and time and time again that we are more invested We are highly invested and highly intrigued with the one who holds the majority of the fucking Infinity Stones. We want to see all of the belts come together. It becomes very intriguing. We get highly engaged, and we automatically put our fucking faith in seeing an undisputed war. It is the one thing that we all motherfucking can consistently agree upon, that is the one thing that is super intriguing, and we try to make that shit happen more than none. There can't be a situation where you have 4 fucking champions running around and nobody's willing to fight each other fucking pound for pound. Like it is like that is the problem with boxing right now. That's the problem with boxing, dude. Like we've got to find a way. We've got to find a way to force better fights and people being in a better position. But here's the thing, though. I watched this freaking documentary, right? All this is gonna come together. I watched this documentary about the start of the National Enquirer, how the guy got his money from the mob, got a startup, and then he started going going around like news media outlets, getting there first, all of the murder scenes, getting all of the gory stuff, and then he knew that gore was only going to take him so far. So he started getting into, like messy celebrity shit. Well, to make a long story short, this individual, Donald Trump, started making a name for himself because he was taking this money, injecting it into the machine that is the National Enquirer, and they were putting out articles on him time and time again, making him look a certain way. So what I'm saying by that is, if we know that rich and powerful people will take a certain media platform and they will dump their cash into it, so they're perceived to be a certain way and certain questions are asked, why would we be so fucking why would we be so naive to the fact that we don't think that other promotional outfits have Fight Hype, have Boxing Social, have IFL TV, have Behind the Glove, have Seconds Out, have shit, you name it. You don't think that these guys are in their pocket in some way, shape, or form when you listen to some of the questioning? Or when you listen to how they never critique certain fighters? That's what gives you all of the answers you look for when you don't hear the critique. When you don't hear the critique, there goes all of the answers right there. We already know that, like, look, man, look, I'm just trying to lead a horse to water, man. I'm just trying to lend perspective, bro. And this is why I think that we're not getting these unified matches, man. This is why Tank Davis is going up 4 weight class fighting regular titles, man. These guys are bought. They're bought. When it comes to post conferences, let me tell you something about media. Let me tell you something about media platforms. There's a certain thing called grooming. You groom a celebrity, you groom a sports star. It's all sport entertainment. So within that process of grooming, there are closed doors that certain people are entering in, and there are certain questions that they have already. They have these questions already written down on a notepad, iPad, or whatever. They bring them to these individuals. Scratch that off. Nope, not answering that. Nope, not answering that. If you ask that bullshit, I'm not ever doing interviews again with you. So look at like this. Do you guys think Michelle Joy Phelps has any power? Do you guys think that Radio Raheem has any power? Do you guys think that Showbiz the Adult has any power? Do you guys think that Boxing Social, IFL TV, Coogan Cassius, any of these dudes got any power? They don't. They're owned. They're owned. And I love IFL TV, Boxing Social. I definitely love some of Michelle Joy Phelps. I love them all, but I'm just saying, like, yo, even Pheno Boxing and them, they don't ask no fucking questions. Like, yo, the one dude that probably gets under my skin more than anybody is that Spanish guy that mainly hosts Fight Hub. He is the biggest dick sucker for Mexican boxers that I've ever seen in my life. Ever. I've never seen a guy dick suck Mexican boxers so bad and put down every other motherfucking promotional outfit when he's in the eyes of certain individuals. These people have no power. They are nothing more than what my platform is, what DT3's platform is, what anybody else's other platform is. They are YouTube specific. And to get in that position, they are doing the same things that Barbershop does. They're doing the same thing Barbershop Conversation does, the LDBC does, in any way, shape, or form. The only thing is, it might be a little bit more tasteful because it's a lot more apprehensive of the aftermath of the outcome if they did ask a serious question. We know how emotional Deontay Wilder is. You think these motherfuckers are asking him anything else other than what he wants to hear? No way. No way. Absolutely. And I love Cougs. I love Cougs. He covers a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like you're paid up. You're not going to say certain things about their weaknesses or anything like that. You're only going to acknowledge the strengths, bro. That's it. And that's where I'm just like, those guys, like, why do you think Demetrius Andre stood up after he beat Liam Williams and said, when they talked about Canelo and Triple G, they completely dismissed it like, yo, if these guys won't fight you, one person I'd like to see you fight is Callum Smith. He just came off of a loss. So if they go meet up with Triple G or somebody after that and say, yo, he just washed Callum Smith, he just washed Liam Williams, do you guys think that they're going to sit up there and say, yo, you definitely should be giving a shot to Demetrius Andre. This is the fight that the world wants to see. You guys need to make this shit happen ASAP. No profanity needs to be involved. But there's a certain way that you can ask questions eloquently to where you can get the answers that you're looking for, and it applies pressure, because pressure busts pipes. But they don't do that. So what they'll do is they'll go back and they'll say like they won't ask that shit. They'll sit up there, they'll let Demetrius Andre do what he does and then go back to Triple G and be like, well, Demetrius Andre just beat that guy. How do you feel about, fighting a Demetrius Andre? I have no interest in that right now in my career. And then when it comes down to Demetrius Andre, well, why don't you go up to 168, fight a Callum? Why don't you fight this guy, that guy, since we can't get a hold of this guy? No, you guys should be saying that these individuals need to be fighting each other. You can't keep putting freaking Canelo, you can't keep putting Triple G, Manny Pacquiao, and all of these people on such a pedestal to where it is okay for them dudes to do anything but fight people who they feel as though are underlings because you ain't willing to ask the questions. No fighter should be beneath another fighter. You shouldn't be above approach. The media access that is available to these press conferences, I truly feel like is the biggest fucking hindrance in the sport. It hinders the progress of the sport. They fed off of everything Canelo said in that post-conference. No tough questions needed to be asked about what we want to see. Because you want to know what? It doesn't matter what we want to see. Until the sales drop off, until no money is being pumped in it anymore, this is what it's going to be. So I hope you guys are enjoying the ride. Because truthfully so, I'm not. I'm only one person. But I'm willing to go as hard as I have to with these edits to try to present, a different, so people perceive what's going on accurately, so we can possibly try to get a fight to happen. But if I'm doing one thing and then Showbiz the adults doing another thing and nothing like that, nobody's pushing the biggest platforms aren't pushing the biggest issues, man. Because guess what? Autographed gloves is coming in, ring bells that are signed by Anthony Joshua's coming in. You know what I'm saying? All of this DAZN memorabilia is coming in for free. You get all of this access to ESBC boxing, all of these things are coming in. So it's just like, why would you know what I'm saying? You sold your soul. All of those media outfits and half of these channels, they sold their soul. They sold their soul for a little bit of sponsorship. I just wonder who would, who would disagree with something like that. Because for me, I see it. And I think that everybody else sees it too. And I just think that there's just a certain class of individuals that want to ignore it. Now imagine if the LDBC trailblazed the campaign about everything that certain individuals aren't doing. Trailblazed the campaign about Triple G and how he got $100 million and isn't doing anything. Trailblazed the campaign about a lot of individuals. They're effective. Wrong in what they do, but highly effective. So imagine if they use their powers for good and extended their hands in the form of boxing, where it's like, yo, we gonna change something. Yo, we got people that are too freaking tribal in the sport. Too tribal. Tribalism should not be a part of this. It shouldn't. But to be truthful, it is. And that's why a lot of channels aren't willing to go against the grain, because they benefit a lot off of tribalism. Too much. Benefit too much off of it. But man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'll see you guys on Rgr Gang Radio tomorrow morning. And we're gonna talk more, man. I might be on later, but I gotta get something to eat. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Love all of y'all. As we always say at the end of this, it costs you nothing. Pay a nigga no mind. Respect.